Okay, Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night, and I'm being told that you're not getting any sound, so now I got to figure out why. Let's see here if there's any sound to give besides me. Got to figure out which. Oh, I wonder if I screwed that up when I made one change down here. Let's see if this is it. Hello, check 1 2. Hello, check 1 2.
Ann
All
says
right.
she can hear now.
Oh, she can. Okay. You hear the music or what?
I can hear Mike. Jackie Jason. Okay, we're good.
Well, what did I change though?
I don't know.
All right.
I got you doing it.
All right, Trash Talking Radio Tuesday night, the best night of the week, and we're going to be there in a second. We're just putting on our clothes, so we'll be there as soon as I put on my shirt and stuff. I don't want to scare everybody away. All right, let's try this. There we go. Hey, look, we got a full, semi-full house.
3/4 full house.
Yeah, yeah. What am I going to do here? I need to let me do this. Turn this just a little bit so I'm in the screen the rest of the way. Okay. All right, Tuesday night. Yeah. Hey, yay, yay, it's Tuesday. And you know the reason for that was when I was working full time, I didn't want to get up for Wednesday, but because of Tuesday's night's show, I was excited about working Tuesday on the show, and then just led into everybody gets in the hump day, you know, and so.
Because it's just one day closer to the weekend.
Oh, you know something?
Would help if you turned me on. Thank you.
I'm not supposed to turn you on. That's his job.
No, you're supposed to sing the song. I didn't mean to turn you on.
Well, I didn't. So I just am so naturally sexy that it just happens. Okay, here we
And
go.
if do I get zeros if I agree with
Yes.
you? Yes.
All right, there we go. I got everything working, I think. Oh, I didn't check YouTube. Hey, we're gonna maybe add TikTok.
What?
TikTok. What do you think of that? Hey, you know, how bad could it be? I mean, everyone.
That's true.
I'm just looking for new avenues of business. So I have a few. I haven't initiated. Well, I want to make sure everything's working right before I add any other people. And little by little, it's all starting to come together and starting to work. So, so did they say that it was actually?
Yes, they can
They
hear
heard
you.
my music. Did you hear the music though? That's the important part, because if you didn't hear the music, then it's not working. So I'm going to play a small piece of the clip that you just saw, just to make sure the sound is working.
Ann said no.
The end, it does not work. Okay. So now I got to figure out why. Why is it not working? Because I need this for some clips that I'm going to do. Let me do something. Hold on a sec. Well, you're not going to notice the difference, but I'm going to close this, and then I'm going to reopen this.
Cheyenne, sweet girl.
Now, hopefully, when I reopen it, it gives us what we need. And because I had an issue with the second computer that wasn't working, so now I'm hoping we can get it working. Now I'll open this again. Okay, now we should. There it is.
Oh, it worked.
Well, it shows. Okay. Do you hear? Oh. Hey, we're echoing. That's not the one. Must be the. Which one is it then?
Try that one.
No, it's not that one. There it is. Okay. It's wait a minute. Okay, so if okay, I need to know if it's going to play sound now, so you guys got to be my ears, because I can't hear it.
Wrestling fans throughout Radio Land, listen to Trash Talking Radio at TrashTalkingRadio.com. Every Tuesday from 7 to 10 o'clock, you hear guys like myself, the you Ganon Giant Kamala. And that's my story.
All right, so that means, okay, so I had technical issues that,
When don't you?
yeah, well, every once in a while we have a flawless show. So
When was the last time we had one?
last week?
Okay.
The
Just
week-
making sure you remembered.
Our picture of the day is the dog.
Oh.
I have some other ones that I didn't upload yet. I forgot to upload them. So, all right, I guess we'll just jump right into the show for Jesse Joe's reason. All right, so guess we had to talk about some deaths. Nobody scored any points.
Yeah, I know.
So, we gotta get a little better with our point system. I mean, the point system's working just good for me.
Yeah, for you.
But and I
Our
think
picks aren't going so well.
well, I think that we're gonna see some of our picks go this year, but until we see them, we can't count them. So, all right. So we're gonna get right into it. We got a couple people that have passed on. Some of them meant a little bit more than others to me. So I'm going to leave that one for last.
No, Jesse Joe, he's not blaming you.
Blaming her for what?
I don't.
For it not working? I do blame you.
No.
I blame you because I can.
You're mean.
I am mean. By the way, she hasn't said, is she feeling better now?
She fell last night, so she's a little sore.
Did you break anything?
No.
Not you, her.
I talked to her on the way in
Okay.
when I was stuck
That's
in
why
all
you
that
were late.
traffic.
That's why you were late.
No, I was late because of the stupid traffic.
Traffic cannot be stupid.
This can when they stop that main road.
Oh, I just threw. Oh man, I'm having fun here. Anyway, all right. So I just saw an arm come through. I didn't see the rest of them. I just saw your arm and not the rest of you. So that was freaking me out a little bit. All right.
Hi,
So
sweet
we're going to
girl.
start here with. All right.
Hi, sweet
Passion
girl.
of the Christ. Did you see that?
No.
Did you see that? Passion of the Christ.
No, I did not.
Okay. The actor from Passion of the Christ was Christo Jivkov.
Bless you.
Jivkov.
Bless you.
And he looks just like...
Are you
Just
sure he
like-
wasn't on the Enterprise?
just
Chekhov?
like- boom, there he is. Well, that's not a very big picture of him. All right, we'll pull this up. There he is.
Oh,
He was only 48. He
Ooh.
died of cancer.
wow.
48.
48.
Well, I'm glad
You
we're
wanna put
over
your mic-
that.
Oh, you're okay.
I was fixing my balls. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm glad you covered it. That way we didn't
Yeah,
have
I'm
to...
covering my balls, but
That's
I'm
good.
fixing it.
All right, so he died from cancer. He was really young. I mean, I wouldn't have expected to see 48. I mean, of course we're seeing people die younger and younger on this show, but
Either that or we're just getting wiser and wiser.
Budweiser.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let me see here. All right, there we go. All right, so this guy here, I did not see Passion of the Christ, but hey, next week is Easter.
Mm-hmm.
Good time for him to die.
Mm-hmm.
Now we'll see if he raises out of the dead.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway,
If he does in 3 days, yeah, okay.
he's a Bulgarian actor known for the 2004 movie The Passion of the Christ. He's died from cancer. According to Deadline, he played Jesus, Apostle John. Oh, so he didn't play. Okay, he didn't play Jesus. He played Jesus, Apostle John in the biblical
Okay.
film, directed by Mel Gibson.
Oh,
He was expected to return for the sequel. He died March 31st, Friday.
wow.
So that'll teach him. Don't go messing with religious films.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Either that or don't go messing with Jesus Christ.
Well, that's what I mean. He does have an IMDb, which we are starting to use that because it's a good place to find
Because you
information.
can.
There he is. He was a good-looking guy.
He looks so much different.
Yeah, he looks a lot different from from there. But yeah, it says he was born on February 18th, 1975 in Bulgaria. I wonder how they found him to play that part. Did you go to Bulgaria looking for people that looked like... you
No,
know?
he might have been living over here, you
I don't
know,
know.
and looking for work.
However, he won an award, and he's known for Passion of the Christ. He was known for Passion of the Christ Resurrection, The Profession of Arms, and In Memory of Me. So
In memory of you?
that's what it says. And he had an upcoming film. Let's see what the upcoming film is. Oh, The Resurrection.
Mm-hmm.
It's in pre-production. And he also is known for a couple Bulgarian films, well, at least Spanish, I guess. I don't know. Looks like Spanish. And The Invisible Boy, Flylight, Sword of War, David's Birthday. A lot of these are probably religious. I think this guy's religious.
I would think so, with a name
Wow,
like
he's got a lot
Christo.
of movie credits. Wow, that's pretty cool. So, anyway, he's the first one that died. And this is not in any particular order.
I know, I sent you a couple.
I think I got them. This one, I remember her when I saw the picture. Judy Farrell.
Mm-hmm.
You know that's Mike Farrell's wife, ex-wife. I don't know, wife or ex-wife or something. 84. I can't believe MASH has been not doing anything for as long.
I know.
I forget what year it finished, but
I think that was in the early or the late 70s, I thought.
it was at least the late 70s because my cousin used to watch it
Because
all the
I
time.
remember
So did my dad.
watching it.
Oh,
and
You can watch it on, like, Pluto and stuff like that.
I remember her when I saw the picture. I remember her, but I didn't realize she was married to him.
Yeah, it was
So-
Mike Farrell's ex-wife because they
Yeah.
divorced in they married in 1963, divorced in 1983.
Well, I think it's interesting that she was. I never knew that back then, but she was still with him when when MASH was on.
Mm-hmm.
So that was kind of cool. Let's see here. Let's go
Said
to
she
her
died
IMDb.
from complications of a stroke.
Yeah, that'll take you out every time.
But yeah, she was, Nurse Abel, I think?
Yes.
That's what okay.
Wonder where Nurse Kane is.
I don't know. Probably in the sugar fields.
Let's look at her IMDb. Let's see what she did. There we go. She was born March 1938 in Oklahoma. She was writer and actress, known for Fame, Quincy, MASH. She was previously married to Joe Brockner and Mike Farrell. She died in April 2nd.
Do you know how to say that city where she was born?
I don't know. Where's that?
Right there.
Oh, there it is. Kapal?
Quapaw.
Quapal?
Uh-huh.
That's how you say it. I say couple. Couple. Couple.
Couple,
That's
yeah.
how they pronounce it. There are a couple here and a couple there. Anyway, she was known for Fame. She was known for Quincy M.E., Get Smart, and MASH is her big.
Oh, she was in Get Smart.
That's what it says.
What
see if-
character did she
I
play
don't know.
there?
Yeah.
Let's see if it says. She had one episode,
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
that's why.
so she wasn't a regular.
So, yeah, that's why.
I used to watch Get Smart all the time. That was a cool movie.
Yeah,
cool
I
show.
used to watch it all the time, too, and I was like, I never seen her in there.
Yeah, she was in 3 episodes of Quincy, and she was in 8 episodes of MASH. She was also in Port Charles. She was in The Kid from Nowhere and Fame.
Did she take the road to nowhere?
I don't think so.
Okay.
And she was, I don't know what that is. Oh, okay. She was in Long-Term Relationship, Divorce Court, ABC After School Specials. She was in, Fame must have been a TV series then, because it says
Yeah,
Yeah.
Fame was
Okay.
a TV
Yeah, with
series,
Irene
yes.
Cara.
Yeah,
Well, it was a movie too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Well,
there
she was in
was-
4 episodes of Fame.
It was mostly about martial arts. I guess they call it martial arts, where there was dancing. They had music where you played the instruments, and something else. There was like 4 of them.
The 80s version of Glee.
Okay. Turn this up a little bit because I notice it's not as long as it should be. Okay, check. 1, 2. Okay. Then she was in CBS Library, Jane's Mother, one episode. She was in Benson for one episode. She was in The Fugitive Family, Chapter 2. Quincy, she was on 3 episodes. Intimate Strangers, I guess that's a movie. Oh, she was in The Partridge Family for one episode.
Oh.
The Rookies.
Wow, I didn't
for
notice
2
that. I
episodes.
watched the Partridge Family on a regular basis.
I did too. I was
Wow.
I was a big Partridge Family.
You're a big bird
I
brain.
wanted to be in the Partridge Family.
You wanted to be Danny.
I did.
I knew
How'd
it.
you know that? He was a-
I've known you 20 years.
He was a troublemaker, but I was a good kid. I never got in trouble.
I've known you 20 years. Why wouldn't I know that?
You don't have 20 years yet.
I'm rounding, okay?
You
Just sounds
round-
better.
Yeah, I see that. Room 222, she was in one episode. She was in Emergency for one episode. She was in Medical Center for 2 episodes.
See, so all these things, I watched Emergency, and it's like, must have been the episode I never seen.
But it could be
You don't think about it because this was
Or
how
you
many
never
years
right,
ago?
or you didn't recognize her, right?
a lot of times, that's the thing. You find, you think, whoa, I saw that episode, and you don't think until you see her. That's how good of an actress she was, because
Yeah.
she didn't stand out like a sore thumb. The Interns, one episode. Worthy to Stand, Get Smart, and then Judd for Defense. I never even heard of that one. She has a soundtrack. Oh, she was a performer for MASH's
Wow.
song.
Interesting. Okay.
So that's much more than you knew before.
Well, she probably got into there because of her ex-husband.
Depends when because he wasn't an original, so
Yeah, that's
I don't know
true.
how early well, let's find out. Let's go back to this and see if it tells us. All right, so she was in 76 to 83, so that would have been after the show started. But Nurse Abel was 76. When did Mike Farrell join?
That's what I'm looking. 75 to 83.
Oh, is he still alive?
Yeah. He's 84. Okay, I was looking to see. Yeah, MASH he was in there 75 to 83. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, so
wasn't
it was
sure.
80.
70, well, I'm actually, that must have meant that MASH had started even before that. I don't know when it started, but I could find that out if I were to take my time to figure it out. All right.
MASH started in 1972, from
Okay.
72 to 83.
Okay. All right, that makes sense. All right. So that was 2. And we have one more. I hope I got everybody that mattered. I mean, to me. And lastly is the one that actually hurts a little bit. This guy, I'm going to actually play. He was on the show. So
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shoot. I should probably put my earphones on before this plays. To make sure that this plays.
Did you do the rest of it? Or is that he's doing now?
Okay, is it going to play? Play. Maybe I can download that. Can I download it? Save as. That's what we'll do. Save as. Come on. There we go. Alright. And then, I will save as again. But instead of hitting save, I'm going to play it. Okay. I'm probably going to end up blowing this computer up because it doesn't know what to do.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I did put it on. No, I didn't. Okay. This is getting on my nerves now. Okay, what I can do.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Oh, because I
Hello,
had to
Leon.
switch back to the computer. There we go.
I got Jesse Joe. That's the last time I got somebody.
Hold on a sec. I gotta do this, and then we'll do this, and then we'll do. Hopefully, this will work. See that? Should have thought to do this ahead of time. Ah, that's gonna work. All right. All right, here it is. All right.
From the Bushwhacker, whoa! Yay! Gold Time has been great being on your show, and I hope to tell everybody to listen to Fast Talking Radio, FastTalkingRadio.com. See you, folks!
Another one. Look up, hold on a sec. I'm going to put, I got to lose this real quick. Look out, Raquel Welch. Anyway, so that was Bushwhacker Luke, and he was on the show probably around 2006-ish, somewhere around there. And there we go. There he is.
You're making a lot of noise over there.
He was our buddy. He just.
I remember how they'd go to the ring like
Yeah,
this.
I
they went to the
hated
ring,
that.
they went
But
like
you
this,
know,
yeah.
before they were the Bushwhackers,
Yeah, they were.
they also did it with that too.
Yeah.
But what were they before the Bushwhackers?
Oh crap! And I just read that too.
Uh huh. See how well you read.
Oh man, what did they?
You don't remember, do you?
No, I don't.
Oh, I'm ashamed of you. It's a shame because I liked them a lot when they were that other team. Right? Okay, I see it. Okay. Looks like the sheep herders are what
That's
they were.
it. Yeah.
Oh, you were cheating. Look at
Well,
you
I
cheat.
just got there.
Anyway, the sheep herders.
I knew it started with an S.
I remember they used to do that arm
Yeah.
thing even with the sheep herders, but it wasn't funny then, and it wasn't meant to be because when they were the sheep herders, they were scary. When they were the Bushwhackers, they were funny. So it's funny how Vince McMahon would take somebody who was one type of person and do the opposite when they would bring him to here.
Mm-hmm.
Like Dusty Rhodes ended up being a polka dot.
I know.
By the way, he's going to be on their Legends next Sunday.
Nice.
So I probably, well, if I don't watch it then, I'm going to definitely have it, record it. So I really,
Polka dot.
yeah, well, that was, to me, that was embarrassing, but he did it. He made money off of it. So, you know, what are you going to, you can't
He's a
complain.
great grandpa now.
Well, he isn't anymore. He's nothing now.
Well, that's true.
Anyway, the sad story about this is he was flying over here for WrestleMania, and him and Luke were flying over here, and he got sick on his way over, and he was in ICU. He never got to see WrestleMania,
Wow.
and he died, I think, Friday.
He was dying to see it, wasn't he?
It's sad that he did.
Yeah.
But you know, we met him at I don't remember. I think the first time we met him was up at PWR up in Long Island, and he was a good guy. I liked him. But when he came on the show, he started charging people
Wow.
to come on the radio shows.
Bet he didn't with us.
Nope, he liked us. He liked me anyway. He didn't like you so much.
How do you know?
I do know.
Oh, okay.
He told me.
Uh-huh.
Said that darn Trish. But anyway, he was a good guy. He passed away at 78. His real name was Bob Miller. He was hospitalized in the ICU Friday after arriving in Los Angeles for WrestleMania, which was a result of a situation with medication. So that means he probably took too much of something.
Or something counteracted. Yeah.
Something. He flew in from New Zealand on Wednesday. All was good. Friday morning, he was incognito. He started wrestling in 1964, and he made his way to the States shortly after, alongside Luke. The Bushwhackers blew up once they signed with the World. Well, to be honest with you, now they're skipping over a big piece of his history. They were big in NWA, and they were feared. Everybody was afraid of them. They were scary. They used to do some crazy stuff. But then they came into the WWE, and it was like they were cartoon characters, you know.
Jesse Joe said you're supposed to be nice.
To who?
Me.
I don't see that.
I don't see
It
that
says
either.
be nice, Big Mike.
Who's Big Mike? Anyway, isn't it her
I'm
bedtime?
missing part of the chat.
That's what it says at the bottom.
Yeah, the last thing I got for there is I said hi to Jesse Joe. That's the last thing I got.
Your screen's
Ooh.
too small.
She blocked you.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Yep.
Anyway,
Hey, you're supposed to be nice to me. Today's my birthday.
Oh.
well, that's the time to really be nasty to you.
Yep.
Anyway,
Hey, there's the lone wolf.
oh, I don't know her.
Uh-uh.
I haven't seen her in ages. I forgot her name. Luke released an emotional tribute to Butch just minutes ago, saying, "Last night I lost my friend, brother, and tag team partner for over 50 years. 50 years! Marriages don't last that long. And yet he's been, you know,
Well, some do.
it's really rare.
My parents were married over 50 years.
My grandparents were married over 50 years.
What do you want? Cookie? What do you guys want? My parents were married
No.
for like
I'm good.
27 years
I'm good.
and only went sour because my dad died.
And Jesse Joe says, happy birthday, Short Mike.
He would have done anything to get out of that marriage.
Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, in the 70s, we were young mates wrestling for John De Silva in New Zealand. My first impression of Bob the Chest Miller, which is
Wow.
Butch,
Yeah.
as he was called in those days, the Chest Miller, was he was a first-class redneck. What bloody redneck he was. But he was also an all-around good guy and good friend. He was really awesome. You know, it's funny because when you meet people, how different they are. Because I was scared of those as a kid. I was scared of those as even a young adult because those guys, they were hardcore before hardcore was hardcore, and they would be. I mean, they didn't care who you were. They didn't care how strong you were, how big you were. They would just take it to you. And they were a good tag team. They were probably one of the longest tag teams ever. So, yeah, it's really, but a GoFundMe page was set up for Butch's medical expenses, and all the funds now will be used to pay for the funeral service, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm sad. I wonder how Bobby Rydell's handling it, because he was good friends of theirs too.
Wow.
So I'm just really, I was shocked to see that, because you know, I never really thought of what age he was, but is it?
She passed in
It was a while ago.
in
right?
February, but the results were released.
Got it. Okay. I thought she had already
Yeah.
died. Okay, I just was checking.
Yeah.
Hey, you get some people trying to help the show.
They said it was because of a stroke.
You know, it's kind of like when I was told that.
Clint Eastwood died.
No, that wasn't the one, the ZZ Top one that you sent me. That you said the bass player from ZZ Top died. I said, yeah, a couple years ago. Some people just wanted
have
to
to
have
keep-
tribute to them.
We have to keep you on your toes, and we have to throw the occasional pop quiz at you.
Yeah,
You know, you are the host with the most.
I am. So let's see. All right, so that finishes off the deaths. I do have some clips of my acting. And by the way,
Hi, sweet girl.
I got a call back for one of the parts that I applied for, and I got to do a clip for them
Okay.
tomorrow. But it's getting fun and it's getting interesting because I'm getting some. I haven't got a lot of money out yet, but you know, I'm having fun making what they want. The one clip though, I'm debating playing it because it shows a different side of me and
What, your backside? We all know you have a classy assy.
a violent side of me.
Oh.
and
Okay.
it shows. I might cut out the last couple seconds because there's something a little touchy in there.
Did you throw chicken wings?
No.
Okay.
It's a lot.
Then we're good.
A lot nastier than that. So I'm debating that. Anyway, so I'll decide as I can whether or not it's.
Hey, sweet girl.
Why won't it let me delete that? It's really getting
Here,
on my
sweet
nerves
girl.
down here. It says delete. Okay,
Here,
delete
shiny.
it. There it goes. Okay. All right.
Ann says it's really intense.
Yeah, it is. It's one of my better. It's one of my better performances, though. It was really good. Maybe I'll cut off just the last part, the very last part, because it.
Well, why don't
Got
you
very
show
intense.
us off air and then
No, I
decide?
can't really show you off air
Okay.
because how am I going to do that?
Okay. Well, I'm saying after the show's over.
Well, I want to play it this week if I play it at all.
Okay.
But anyway, all right. So we got the news
You
now.
trying to get in the chair?
Yep.
Yes, you are.
This was WrestleMania weekend.
We have our
Other-
second assistant here. Or
That's why she doesn't get up on that one. She can't get up on that one. She's,
well, she's
Now
on
that's
the
a
floor
bear
with-
move. Bear does that. He lays half on.
well, she wants to get up there, and she can't get up there because she can't.
Yeah.
She wants treats though.
Hi, sweet girl.
Anyway, so
Hi,
WrestleMania
sweet
39 results. I don't want to go over all the results because it was 3 days of wrestling. There were some really. Oh, that just shows two. I want to talk about some of. Now there was the interesting stuff about this was that I predicted the main event of the last night because of what happened on the other nights. So it was interesting because they covered a lot of ground. Let's see, I'm trying to figure out where. Okay, is that the one? That would be the first day. I hope. Oh yes. Oh, Forbes. I don't. Oh, freaking A. See if I get cut off. Okay, so we have Austin Theory. He beat John Cena. That was a surprise to a lot of people. The Street Profits won a Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match. It's okay. Seth Rollins defeated Logan Paul, which was interesting because Logan Paul is this big YouTube star that has been doing wrestling events. And actually it was a good match considering that Logan Paul has not a lot of experience. Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus, and Lita defeated Damage Control. Rey Mysterio defeated his son.
Kicked his son's ass.
How do you know that?
Because I read the article.
Oh, it was okay. It was an okay match. Rhea Ripley beat Charlotte Flair for the belt, so she's the new women's champion. Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn beat the Usos for the belts.
Now,
So they're
the
now-
one thing
Wow.
I did read for
Really?
that was they
I
did
never
an
would have thought that.
they did an interview afterwards, and they really had nothing but good things to say about the Usos.
The Usos. It was a good match. It was a crazy match, but it was a good match.
Oh, poor Cheyenne. Straighter seats, Michael.
Or hold it steady so she can get up there.
Well, I'm trying, and I don't think she's.
You can't see
looking
this,
out
but maybe you can if I.
I don't think.
I'm gonna try to turn the camera to show you what we're looking at.
Come here,
she
sweet
gave
girl.
up. Okay.
Come here, sweet girl.
She just likes to steal Ashley's chair or Mike's chair.
She'd rather have Michael's chair.
or yours,
Yeah.
or Anyway, so that was the first night. So that was a pretty good night. They had 66,113 tickets
Wow.
that they sold, and there were only 555 tickets available at the end of the night.
Wow.
I mean, that's just an amazing amount of sales.
Well, you know where they're going to be next year, right?
Yep.
Woohoo.
Um,
Yeah. Oh, ouch.
what was that?
shoulder exercise that didn't go well.
And then the second
Where are they
night,
going to be next year?
Philly.
Oh. Got the Giant Center?
No.
not a Giant, not at Philly. Philly doesn't have a Giant Center. I'll check with my people and see if I can get tickets for free.
That'd be cool.
So I don't know. I don't want to. I can't imagine trying to leave Philly in that mess. It would be horrible.
Hey, I'll have time build up that I can take the next day off.
Yeah. All right. Next,
Night 2.
night 2. Let's get to the card here. Okay, match 1. Gunther, Sheamus, and Drew McIntyre going all against each other. Does it say who won? Doesn't say. Yeah, I don't know who won. Oh, these are the. Oh, this isn't the results. Oh, yeah, it is. Okay. Oh, there it is. Gunther put the Intercontinental belt on the line on a triple threat match with Sheamus and Drew McIntyre. And it doesn't say who won. Damn it. Come on.
We could say I won.
No.
I don't remember who won. Oh, here it is. No, yeah, okay. So it just says announced for the show. That doesn't help. Oh, okay, that was the first match. Brock Lesnar versus Omos. Omos is this guy that's like, he's got to be 7'2", and that makes Brock Lesnar look small. So it was interesting to watch him take on this 7-foot guy, and he actually F9'd him a couple times, and he ended up winning with the F5. So it was okay. I mean, you can't really expect much out of the big guy. You can out of Lesnar, but you can't out of the big guy. So okay, second match. Okay, we had Liv Morgan. She's from New Jersey, by the way.
Oh, okay.
And Raquel Rodriguez versus Natalia and Shotzi versus Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. It was a good match. The girls worked really, really hard, and the result was Rousey and Baszler defeated them.
Wow.
It was okay. It was a good match. It was all right. Third match. Oh, Drew McIntyre, Gunther, and Sheamus. That was crazy because Gunther defeated McIntyre and Sheamus, but it was that was probably one of the better matches of the night because those guys they gave it all they had to give. Oh yeah, they even gave it an A+ on that. So that shows that they really liked the match. It was really awesome. The next match was a women's match. Bianca Belair and Asuka. Or not Asuka, what's her name? How's she pronounce that? I can't think of her. But I love this girl here. The Japanese girl is so good. She's just awesome. Anyway, Bianca won that. Now, one thing that you need to know is there were a lot of losses you weren't expecting. You didn't expect the Usos to lose. Didn't expect Flair to lose. There were a lot of big losses there. Then they did a thing. Now, The Miz was the host along with Snoop Dogg.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of funny to watch that because they were bouncing off each other and stuff. But what eventually happened is Shane McMahon came out. And that was nobody was expecting that. Because Shane hasn't been in the company in a couple of years. Shane challenged The Miz to a match.
I heard he got hurt.
Who got hurt?
Shane.
He got hurt?
That's what I was seeing going around, saying he was hurt.
I don't think so. Did he get hurt?
Let me see if I
Oh yeah, he had a knee injury.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I didn't know if that was a real knee injury though.
Right.
So maybe it is. Maybe that's why they changed the finish then, because it ended up with, at the end, Snoop decided he was going to wrestle him, and he did a people's elbow to score the win, and it was a lame people's elbow. It was really really bad.
Oh.
But I hope this isn't gonna. Oh, you didn't take that away from me, did you? Oh, don't do that to me. I don't know what happened. We lost. We got him. Okay, we got it back. Okay. I hope. Oh, don't do this to me. Don't shut down before we get to the end. I'm gonna have to be quicker about it because I think it was a time thing. Anyway, it was funny, and the Miz ended up losing. All right, so then. Yeah, they had an F- grade on that. It was horrible. It was horrible, but it was funny. Then we had Edge versus Finn Balor, who actually, that was a crazy match. Finn Balor ended up getting banged up real bad on that.
They look like twins in that.
Edge defeated Balor, and it was a decent match. And then we have the big one, Roman Reigns versus Cody.
Oh.
It looked like Cody was going to win.
Nope.
But he didn't make it. So yeah, it was interesting. And then if you watched wrestling yesterday, Cody and Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa.
Oh.
It didn't happen.
Oh.
Brock Lesnar turned on Cody before the match started. So they're doing something with Brock Lesnar.
It'll be interesting to see when they come to Hershey in May.
Yes. I'll tell you, this match here was really good, though. Rhodes and Reigns.
You're going for that, right?
Rhodes and Reigns were top match. It was a great match. So
They have a couple people that want to go. What are you looking at me that way for? Jeez, I tell you.
anyway, so that, I mean, the card was fairly good. The people that spent the money on those tickets, man, I can't imagine spending the kind of money they did on those tickets. But they're wrestling fans for real. Oh, So-
It'll be fun. Oh.
it'll be fun.
Uh-huh.
What will be fun?
Watching how all this plays out.
Ah. Yes. All right, now. Okay, so now on with the wrestling news, WWE news, I should say. I think we talked about them putting the company up for sale.
Mm-hmm.
There is a deal on the table.
I was reading something about that.
They're going to do a merger with UFC,
Oh.
which is, I think it'll be a good deal for everybody, because UFC is a fighting thing, and I know that Dana.
Now, for us dummies that don't know, what is the UFC?
I don't know.
United Fighting Championships.
Not United.
Universal.
I don't remember. Anyway, they are an MMA group. So they're the biggest MMA, and they are the first MMA that was that was a sanctioned.
Ultimate Fighting.
Ultimate Fighting, that's what it
Yeah.
was. Ultimate Fighting Championship.
Yep.
I couldn't remember. I used to watch them when they were much younger and crazy stuff. So anyway, there's a deal on the table, and they're working on it, and it looks like it's going to happen with the UFC, and Vince McMahon gets to keep his role. So there is a,
So it's like he gets the cake and eat it too. He gets
Yes.
money for
look at this cheesy mustache he's got.
what
on.
yeah. No.
And he says,
He must have painted it on with a mascara pencil.
It's horrible. Look at it. Look at it. He looks like some kind of like.
Deep.
And I know his hair's not that color, but anyway, they're going to merge in the deal. It's going to be a $21 billion deal, which is unheard of. So
He just looked like the. Yeah, no.
he colored his hair too, so it's not like that.
Ugh.
But he insists that he insists that the scandal that mired his 2022 season, if you want to call it that, played absolutely no role in the merger. And the wrestling icon sat down with CNBC to go in depth about his decision to form a massive new company with Endeavor, the parent company of UFC. And at one point, the conversation, he was asked if 22 allegations of misconduct impacted his choice to sell the organization. McMahon said firmly they did not, adding that they did not push him to make a decision quicker either. I'm always looking at what's best for our stockholders, what's best for the company. The 77-year-old said this is the best thing that happened in a long, long time. So, it's just interesting to me that I was trying to figure out where this company is going to end up, because Vince isn't going to live forever. But the last year, it's been run pretty much by Triple H.
Right.
And so I guess this ensures that the company continues after Vince dies. That company
is Triple H part of UFC?
No.
Okay.
Triple H has been running the...
Well, I know, but I didn't know if he had any connections with the UFC.
Not really.
Okay.
But that's where Brock Lesnar fights.
No.
For real.
Okay.
So that shows that Brock Lesnar is truly a badass, because he really did win the belt a couple times. And you don't usually win the belt a couple times, because, that's a tough sport. So, but anyway, yeah, well, I mean, that's what we're going to see out of it. It says here that the UFC forms, two organizations merge, form a massive new company.
It'll be interesting to see what name they call it.
I don't think they're going to change any names. I might be wrong, but I think Endeavor will be the motor company, probably. Because who cares what the name is? As long as the name, the brand is what they're selling.
Right.
And the brand is not going to go anywhere. I don't think they'll change. Like when they changed from WWF to WWE, that was a major thing, but they're not going to change from WWE. It says, I thought I read they were getting 52%. 52% of what?
The company?
Vince McMahon owns 54% of the company, so I don't know. You might be right. Let's look. Let's see if it says. It says we talked to WWE Hall of Famer and former executive Eric Bischoff about the news. It says here the WWE and UFC are merging into one company, now forming a $21 billion company. That's just unheard of. Endeavor, the parent of UFC, announced on Monday, revealing to its whole shareholders it will own 51% of the new organization. WWE shareholders, meanwhile, will own 49%. So 51%, which is basically what Vince's shares are. So Vince is giving up his shares for the company to be merged.
Okay.
So the shareholders still own the 49%. So Vince will hold his title of executive chairman of the board with the new group, while Dana will continue with president of UFC. Ari Emanuel, the CEO of Endeavor, will be the head honcho of it all. So McMahon said in a statement that he was thrilled over the news. That's because he doesn't have to retire. The guy's a workaholic. If I had as much money as him, I would have given up the business a long time ago. But you see, the thing that's important to understand is that without Vince McMahon, the WWE will not continue being successful. The reason it was successful is that Vince McMahon has a relationship with Dick Ebersol, who is the head of NBC.
Okay.
And the only reason he got Peacock is because of Dick Ebersol. So if he goes away, they got a problem because they have no... It's one thing if you buy this company, but let's say you got it at a bargain. Let's say you spent $1 billion, which is a bargain.
Right.
If you don't have Peacock, you don't have that. You might as well just throw it away. Because without the Peacock Network is putting on all the pay-per-views, so they don't have any expenses of the pay-per-views or anything. They just put on the pay-per-views, and they get X amount of dollars for doing that. And so they don't have any risk whatsoever. But if something happened, let's say I went and bought that, and let's say I bought it for $500 million. I mean, I got a bargain. I really got a bargain. Well, if Peacock drops them, now that company's not worth anything to me. So when you think about it through the numbers, it's important that they keep that relationship with NBC. And the best way to do it, keep Vince McMahon there. So you want to make sure your $6 billion or $7 billion or $8 billion or whatever it is that he sold the company for or merged the company for, you want to make sure that money's still coming back. Otherwise, nobody wins. So, yeah, this was the best.
So if Daddy ain't happy, ain't nobody happy?
Kinda, yeah. That's kind of it. So it's interesting because it's Endeavor with UFC has all the things that WWE has, like production and all that stuff. And all they are doing is just adding another thing on their list on their bookshelf. I mean, basically you've got UFC and now you got WWE, the two biggest in their fields. So UFC is the biggest MMA, and WWE is by far the biggest in wrestling.
Okay.
So that's the way they can keep it all together and end up everybody wins. So that's kind of the important thing. Next thing. Do you watch Grey's Anatomy?
No,
Why not?
because I don't.
I needed you to watch it so you could say, "Oh yeah, I remember that."
I've heard about it.
All right. Grey's Anatomy. Her name is Katrina
And the waves?
Scorsone.
Oh.
Reveals that her house burned to the ground
Oh.
and the family pets died inside.
Oh, that's awful.
It is really awful. I feel for her so bad because nobody wants to lose their pets, and that's even probably more devastating than the house, because the house can be insured,
Yeah.
but you can't replace your pets.
Ugh.
Well, she can. She has insurance on Bear.
Yeah, I have.
Yeah, but you can't replace.
I can't replace Bear, even
can't.
with insurance.
No, you can't. You can get another dog, but it won't replace that dog.
Speaking of dogs, Mary's two dogs had a total of 8 puppies.
Okay.
So she's looking to get rid of those.
What kind of puppies are they?
Chihuahuas. One had 2.
She's got to really have that dog
Yeah.
taken care of.
Yeah, she's going to.
Was that on purpose? Was that
No.
that was an accident?
Yep.
Oh boy. I don't know. I want a second dog maybe, but I don't know if I'd get a little dog like that because I'm afraid of Cheyenne stepping on it.
Yeah,
I don't
she
think you
had
want a little dog
6
like
girls and 2 boys.
I don't think you want a little dog.
That's what I
You're
said.
not used to these dogs are like wild.
I had
and
smaller
sometimes,
dogs.
and-
Yeah, Brandy was smaller.
Well, but
well, no, I
Brandy's
didn't say
still
small.
twice or 3 times
I
the
did
size
not
of your
say
dog.
small. I said wild.
Oh, wild?
Brandy
They're-
was wild.
they're-
She was crazy and
No.
fun.
They are what you teach them to be.
Mm-hmm.
Although Cheyenne's the exception to that rule. She's a really mellow dog when it gets right down to it. Anyway, so the LA Dodgers. Are you a baseball fan?
He is.
He is? You like the LA Dodgers?
No.
No, I
Well,
like
his
the
are the-
Yankees.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I don't understand that stuff. I mean, I don't pay any attention to who likes
The
who.
Yankees are a bad team.
Okay, well, you probably wouldn't like them then anyway, because LA Dodgers hit a fan with a 1-year ban from Dodger Stadium
Oh,
because he ran inside the stadium and proposed to his girlfriend.
oh
I
Lord.
heard it. I saw that, and I didn't. Yeah, he's banned. Yeah.
That's just,
Oh, my sister says she wants 2 of them.
well, I'll put her in touch with Mary.
They're not fixed. They're brand new.
Yeah, they're babies.
They aren't broken either. I could just see 4 dogs with her. Oh, man. Louis would be going crazy with all those dogs.
Once we have pictures and they're able to 6 weeks, I think it's 9 weeks,
6 weeks.
6
Or
weeks.
8 weeks, I think.
8 weeks.
That's crazy.
So
Unless she wants just, hey, there's a dog.
There's Cheyenne.
There's my doggy.
There's our sweet
I
Cheyenne.
missed you. Yeah, you're a good girl. Yeah, you're a happy girl, too.
Yeah.
I think that I voted her as the happiest dog I've ever seen. That dog is always smiling. She just, I think she finally feels that
No. She said no.
I think she finally feels at home. She doesn't feel like someone's going to take her back, you know?
No.
And she's never going to leave this house. She's
No.
always going to be this dog here.
You're
this-
definitely well loved, that's for
oh,
sure.
she couldn't be any more loved. So I don't know. Other than Brandy, I've never fallen for a dog like her. And maybe I've fallen for her more than Brandy, but I don't know. Brandy was the biggest heartbreak I've had in my life because she died at 5 or 6. And I think this is the greatest dog because she's just a sweetheart. There's just, I don't know. Hey,
Hi, Doc. Hi, Tina. Hi, kids.
hey, Tina, you didn't follow up on the. I added her as one of the people to post. I see you're not doing it, are you?
No.
What's wrong with you?
I work.
So,
I'm allowed to pick up overtime now.
well, you've got to do your overtime and do this pictures. Yeah, I even got somebody to do it that I didn't expect to do.
I know,
Chad
Rob Mayer.
Jackson.
Rob Mary, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. And actually, another person, Deneen, I didn't expect her to do it either, and she did it too. So I guess
no
you
one
never.
asked me.
She was supposed to do you.
Yeah,
I
no
thought
one
you
asked me.
Am I doing it?
I
Oh,
thought you were.
And no one has tagged me or put
Well, we
my picture.
couldn't.
But I've seen about thousands of Bears picture in
really?
there.
He hasn't been. I thought you were doing.
I
it.
thought you were.
No, I traded.
Okay,
I traded Ashley for. Or
Oh,
Christine for-
okay.
I'll do it. I'll be glad that you're the last. I was trying to figure out who I was going to make the last one. You're it.
Well,
You shouldn't have
just
said
remember,
anything.
Just remember, before we couldn't because he had it where nobody could post.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Well, you could still tag him because you can tag that he can be tagged in my post.
Right.
So I'm going to add you then. I didn't know you were.
good. I mean, no one's like.
I thought she was going to.
Yeah.
We were sitting here
I
trying
mean,
to
you
figure.
see all our posts, 3/4 of them are Bear. You know, I
Well,
mean, you know,
I don't have any problem with that. I understand that. This is her first dog. I mean, you gotta.
Yeah.
You know, she's got puppy love.
she got
anyway,
puppy love, all right.
Puppy love. Anyway, this guy here went out. Says here, bad news for the dude who stormed this field at Dodger Stadium to propose to his girlfriend last week. TMZ Sports has learned that he's been hit with a 1-year ban for the stunt. Now, I want to know, are they actually going to put his face in the... How are they going to stop him from going to the stadium? You can't, maybe he'll put a mustache on and he'll get in.
Wanted.
Or he could wear a mask.
Yeah. I'm sure if he'd put or paint a mustache like what Vince
Vince
had.
McMahon, yeah.
The
Yeah.
thing of it is, okay, it's a 1 year. Okay, that means 1 season.
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, if I was that guy and I ran on the field and I proposed to you, okay, and I got only 1 year ban, instead of going to jail, I'd say fuck it too. You know, excuse me. I mean,
I think
you know,
it's funny though because can you imagine trying to stop him if he went nobody's going to stop him.
No.
They don't even. You'd have to know what he looked like, and you'd have to be looking for him.
Well, the thing of it is, I wouldn't even try. I mean, I wouldn't even try. It's only 1 year. I mean, is
what,
it worth
I
it?
don't see
You
what the
didn't
whole
go to
issue is.
jail. Normally, those guys go to jail.
I think it's
Go
That's
on
just
there.
crazy because he was doing something sweet. It's like whenever
But
the
still, normally
jumbotron
those guys
kisses
go
you,
to
you know, on the
jail. They
kissing
go on the
cam.
running on the field.
so. Why didn't you ever do that for her?
No,
That'd be funny.
Bad enough I did it the way I
I think
did
you ought to
it
get in the
with
ring on what's the date of the WWE thing? Get on the ring and propose to her there.
her. Hey, I'll be surprised if she doesn't put happy birthday on for Jeff Dunham
When's that?
next week.
next week on Thursday.
Oh.
Are you going?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't know
you're
the
going.
dates. I don't know the dates.
the
I just
13th.
You and Christine? Oh. But, well, we may have blown it now because,
hopefully she's not listening. But,
Yeah,
yeah. Anyway,
yeah.
I didn't.
And then
tell you.
Reba
then the-
McEntire, we're going to Reba McEntire on the, well, I know, oh well. But,
I'd have to be punished to go there.
yeah.
Well, that's a
It's a
special
nice
thing
redhead,
for
so
someone. So
I definitely got to go.
Okay.
yeah, it's a special thing for someone that's not him.
Anyway, here's the clip of. I think. Well, you
Then
know,
they tackle him. What the hell?
the good news is he got to do it. The bad news is he's in jail and won't get to marry her anyway. But
Well, did she say yes?
yes, she did.
Okay.
I guess she wanted to. There they are. Aren't they a cute couple? So
So they threw him in jail anyway.
no,
Oh, that's what
I'm
I'm
just-
saying.
no, I was just kidding.
Yeah, so normally they
Oh,
throw
look
you
at the
in jail.
ring. Look at
Wrong
the
Yeah,
ring.
finger.
Yeah.
Could
I
have
didn't
been
even forget how
reverse.
I proposed to you at
I did
the
too.
fry stand at, well,
Well, they should have told you you can't come back to the fry
That's
stand.
right.
It wasn't. It was at the jewelry stand at the flea market.
well.
And the
then
front
we went to
porch.
the fry stand.
Oh, what? He did it a couple times.
She had to have these fries that were so awesome.
That's probably the only reason she agreed to marry you.
Hey, we're not married yet.
Yeah.
All right. So last week we talked about Gwyneth Paltrow and her.
Yeah.
Okay, so the situation is she won that.
Yep.
So the guy has to pay her court costs plus $1, but it's not over yet because that idiot says he's considering an appeal.
Oh, Lord.
Now, you see, the thing is, now it's just stupid. Now it's just he wants to be in the spotlight because at this point, there's no other reason. I mean, the amount of money that he's already put into this, he's not getting it back. And I just think it's stupid. He's still, poor Gwyneth. I feel for her. You know, all she's doing is trying to live, and this guy here is keeping this thing going.
And I think I read somewhere that she said to him after it was over, she leaned over and said, "I wish you well," or something. That's all she said after it was over. And I was like, wow, I mean, through all that,
I
she's
wasn't
carrying
there,
it
so I missed the
as,
whole thing.
she's being classy about it.
Yeah.
And he has to be an ass.
Well, it says here, Robert Sykes, attorney for Dr. Sanderson, tells the press, "We sincerely disagree with the outcome and will consider all options moving forward, including a motion to the court for a new trial or a possible appeal. All things are possible. All things are still on the table." That's just ridiculous. Just let it go. You know, he's apparently he likes the spotlight. That's my opinion. He doesn't want to give it up because he can't prove
No.
that she hit him, and she can't prove that she hit him, or
Yeah, that's
he can't prove that she hit him, and she can't prove that he hit her. But it sounds like the jury decided, or whoever decided that it was the right thing to do. So
Wow.
I don't know. I think he'd be better off just, dropping it and walking away. So the poor woman, she didn't sign up for this.
No. And that's just, people that are that money hungry or they want that kind of attention just really don't sit well with me.
Right. Yeah, it's sad. But, you'll have those people, and those people are out there. And all right. Then we move into Trump news.
Oh.
Trump was taken to court today. He didn't have to wear handcuffs. He didn't, have to be mugshotted or fingerprinted, I guess.
Well, how'd he get away with that? Because he's Donald Trump?
Because he's Donald Trump. Says Trump to be charged Tuesday with 34 felony counts, but spared handcuffs and mugshot. So, I got some weird stories that are all attached to this, and it's just crazy because he wants to run for president again. Now,
how about he be the first president behind bars? Running the country from behind bars. No, that might not work.
He would do a better job than Biden.
Yeah, that's true.
Biden's been quiet a lot lately, and I'm anxious to see what happens there. But anyway, so I guess the live update says, I know he. Okay, so this is the before. I have the thing that's weird about it is he has such a following that this is the wrong thing to do. This public thing, everyone seems to really be, not everyone, but the people that hate Trump still hate Trump. The people that love Trump, they're backing him 100%. In fact, it's so crazy. Do you want to know how crazy it is?
Yes.
I will tell you, it is so crazy. Oh, wait, wrong one. I just pulled that up again. It's so crazy. He's running against Ron DeSantis.
Oh.
Post-indictment poll, Trump surges to largest ever lead over DeSantis. So DeSantis has lost traction because he's being going in on this whole thing. But the latest Yahoo survey shows that most Americans don't think Trump should be allowed to serve as president if convicted. Now, I thought that he couldn't serve as president if he was convicted. So that threw me off a little bit. But the thing is, I don't know that he did anything that, I mean, okay, he paid hush money. So did Vince McMahon. So it mirrors that. Vince McMahon got in trouble for scandals too, and basically the same thing. They were both sex scandals, but but the amount of money he paid for these scandals is amazing. And I didn't think that you could get in trouble. I didn't think you could testify if you were paid money. Like a lot of the problems with the Bill Cosby thing was that he paid these women off.
Right.
So the people he paid, they couldn't testify.
They were hush money.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I don't know what happened here, but somehow that doesn't seem to be the case now.
Well, maybe it's just because of who it is.
Those Democrats don't want him in office at any cost. Think about how many times they tried to get him while he was in office,
Yeah.
and they couldn't do it. Now he's not in office, and they're it's just weird. Says charges against Trump are a very serious matter. Trump pleads not guilty to 34 felony counts after the arrest.
Let's quickly get some icy.
Stormy Daniels gloats over Trump arraignment with an X-rated tweet. I'm never going to pay anybody for sex. because it doesn't,
No.
still get in trouble.
Hi, Cheyenne.
So,
Hi, sweet girl. Hi, sweet girl.
but yeah, but that it says here, in previous weeks, when they conducted this thing, there was 47% were Trump, 39% was DeSantis. So there was a gap of 8%. February, it was,
I'm surprised Trump doesn't buy his way out of this.
well,
He can.
we'll see what happens. It says that in February, it was DeSantis was narrowly ahead of Trump by 45% to 41%. But now that they're trying to put Trump away, Trump is going to lead 47% to 39%. So that's a big swap of numbers there. And post-indictment polls, but the new post-indictment poll suddenly finds Trump lapping DeSantis by 26 points at 50%, 57% to 31%. So the more they do to Trump, the larger his lead is. So if they actually indict him, maybe he'll get 75% of the vote. I think it's funny. Our country is really effed up.
Yep.
Oh, here you go. We got an actual chart. He's at 57% now to 31%. And all the other people are 12%. So I think it's kind of backfiring. You should have left him alone, and then he would have lost because DeSantis was ahead then. Our country's messed up, man.
Oh my goodness.
I don't get it. Okay, so all right, so that kills that and that.
Oh, hi, sweet girl.
And actually, Trump flying back to Mar-a-Lago after his arraignment. He will likely be allowed to travel wherever he wants. So I guess
So it's like he's not getting in trouble.
he doesn't care. He doesn't. That takes a lot of balls. He's got to have the biggest balls of anyone. I mean, he doesn't care. Yeah, it's like you do what you want. My lawyers will get me out of everything. I'm just amazed at what we are seeing. I didn't expect it to be this interesting. I expected it was going to be an open and shut case, but that shows what a good lawyer will do for you. If you have a good lawyer, and I want to know, okay, I want to show you something.
Okay.
See this? This
Yeah.
little wolf or whatever?
Uh-huh.
I get this, and I'm sure you will too, on all Twitter things now.
Okay.
I don't know what Elon has done. Oh, wait, here we go. This is, nope, that's not it. I thought we would see something. Okay. I thought it would say something about where he is, but anyway, watch this. I'm gonna do this again. Now, I want you to watch when I push the Twitter. Look up in the corner. Well, there he
Oh,
was.
wow.
So I don't know what that dog is, but apparently they got rid of the bird, the little Twitter bird, bird, and replaced it with a fox or whatever that is, a dog or whatever. So I found that funny because Elon's another one of my heroes. Anyway, all right, where are we at here? Okay, we got a lot of time. We're doing good. All right, I'm going to do this stuff, and then we'll talk about the clips. Cause of death for Fleetwood Mac Christine McVie has been announced.
Mm-hmm.
She died.
Yep.
Do you want to guess, or did you already know?
Stroke.
You're no fun.
Didn't even give me a chance to guess.
Okay, you can guess.
Yeah, stroke.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's a Billy Squire. That's all you got to say. Billy Squire.
Jackpot and Jerkface's entrance music.
Where are those? Oh, I know where one of them is.
Yeah,
Oh, wait,
Jerkface is in
Jerkface.
Maryland.
Jerkface,
In Maryland.
Oh, that's not the one I'm thinking. I'm thinking Gutter Boy.
Yeah.
I actually got along with him.
Yeah, Jerkface is in Maryland,
I think that's where Gutter Boy is too.
probably.
But Gutter Boy actually, we actually
Yeah.
had a conversation, which was, I think I've never had a conversation with him the whole time because he didn't want me there. All right, Christine McVie died of a ischemic stroke in November. It took him that long to figure it out. The British vocalist and keyboardist, who's best known for bringing her talents to Fleetwood Mac, died on November 30th of a short illness. She was 79. She died of old age.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was, when my mom died, they didn't bother telling me, well, she died of. They didn't have to do an autopsy.
Yeah.
When Ken died, they didn't do an autopsy. But when Christine died, oh, she was so young. Well, who cares?
It could be that her family wanted to know, was she on drugs or, something like this.
She was 79.
I know.
She died of being 79. So that's not a big surprise to me. Oh, man. But, hey, people gotta know. All right, next. This is interesting. Well, to some people, not necessarily to me. Did you see Harry Potter?
No.
Did you see
I've
Harry?
seen, I think the first one, but
Okay, I'm not interested in Harry Potter at all, but I know that it was a big movie hit and everybody
I
loved.
think Ashley is.
I know that an ex of mine really loved Harry Potter, and I never saw one single Harry Potter.
I didn't
I
either.
had the
However, Warner Brothers are going to do a deal for a Harry Potter
the whole thing.
series. So, I don't know if they're bringing the same cast, I don't know. But, they're going to have a series on HBO Max. So, I guess the interesting part of this to me is that Disney has got the Marvel stuff. Warner Brothers has the DC stuff, like the Superman and stuff.
Right.
Warner Brothers
It's getting
Has-
Harry Potter.
has Harry Potter, and Warner Brothers owns HBO. I found it, I don't know, it doesn't really mean anything, really, but there's that dog again. I just found that interesting that, because I never saw any of the Harry Potter, but I know basically what it's about. What's this?
Yeah, I know Tiffany was into it, but
Yeah, I don't know. I was too old to really enjoy, but one of the girlfriends I had was a year older than me, and she loved Harry Potter. So
Ugh.
I don't get it. But according to Warner Brothers, they're taking they're looking to close a deal to produce a Harry Potter television series. It says the project would be directly based on the J.K. Rowling's best-selling book series, rather than an in-universe spin-off such as Fantastic Beasts. Now, I did watch Fantastic Beasts.
Shannon was into Harry Potter too, I believe.
Yeah, that would be her genre because she
Yeah,
did
because
like
I
that
think
kind
I
of
saw
stuff.
something her sister had posted. They were looking for a wand that she had.
Oh,
She had lent it to somebody, and they have the box, but they don't have the wand because I guess it was something that her mom bought her.
well, Fantastic Beasts were interesting, and I didn't even know they were part of the Harry Potter universe, although it had no remnants of Harry Potter in it.
I think we do.
So I did see the Fantastic Beasts stuff. Each season would reportedly draw from one of the books, suggesting an ongoing franchise that would stretch for years in the studio. HBO Max spokesperson declined to comment. Under the deal, Rowling would maintain a degree of creative involvement with the series,
My
and
father likes them.
she would not serve as primary creator or showrunner. Sources close to the situation suggest that talks between Warner Brothers Discovery and Rawlings Camp remain in a preliminary state. The studio is looking to house the series under its streaming banner HBO Max, soon to be combined with Discovery Plus. Discovery Plus is the brand. Discovery bought HBO,
Right.
so that shows how well Discovery was doing, because they own. I think they're in bed with. With Discovery, obviously, HBO, True TV, TNT, and TBS, I think, are all in that all in that group. So, are you checking to see?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
I believe that's the, and I don't. There are probably some smaller ones too, but anyway. Warner Brothers has long pursued the Harry Potter series, with rumblings about the project emerging in January 21.
Let's see the Discovery Plus channel list.
Yeah.
A&E.
Oh yeah, A&E is one of them too.
American Heroes Channel, Animal Planet, Cooking, Destination America, Discovery, Discovery Life, Food Network, HGTV, History Channel, the Investigation Discovery, Lifetime, Magnolia Network, the Oprah Winfrey Network, Planet Earth, Science Channel, TLC, and the Travel Channel.
Okay, so I was wrong about the True TV and TBS and all that. Somehow they're linked.
Right.
I don't know how Discovery is linked with TBS and TNT, and True TV, but they have some kind of working agreement with each other. What's it say?
You can also watch Sling TV, just DirecTV stream. Yeah.
There's somehow, I don't know what the relationship is, but they do work together because they're part of the package through Comcast.
Okay.
That I have. I've got all those channels. And TBS and True TV. Okay, so let me explain. This is the best way I can explain it. TBS and True TV are now swapping programs. You can now watch Impractical Jokers on TBS at the same time as True TV. So somewhere there's something there. And TNT and TBS are obviously owned together. But HBO Max has Impractical Jokers, all their old stuff. So that's where I see. I don't know if there is. Well, there's something going on there because they are swapping channels. It may not be as complicated as I think it is, but it may be just, hey, I'll give you this if you give me that. But I don't know.
We can get these people that haven't seen you before. They have this.
That could be. I mean, that could be. They're exposing their products to one another. And it could be that True TV is going away and they're going to move Impractical. Because really, if you look at True TV, the major stuff of True TV is now Impractical Jokers.
Yeah.
If you watch it, they're on all the time. And then when they launch a new program, they get some of the time, but Impractical Jokers is on. Actually, they're running Mythbusters on True TV too right now.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be that they said, okay, since Impractical Jokers are practically the only thing there, maybe we'll move them to TNT or TBS or something.
Are they still as good as without Joe?
It's different.
Okay.
I won't say it's better. I won't say it's worse. It's different because I like when they have the different people come on there as a co-host.
Okay.
And like one time they had Brooke Shields and she was really good. She made that show just awesome. And then they had you don't watch AEW, but they have MJF on there one time, and it was funny as anything. And Jericho was on there one time. I kind of like it, but I miss Joe. I really do miss Joe. And I wonder why he left, because I really think he was awesome. He was like he was one of my 4 favorite Impractical Jokers. So, yeah, he wanted time off, but yet he's going on tour.
Well, that's why he wanted time off.
I just hope he comes back. So
Because I think there was something to do with marital
yes,
issues.
there was. I hope he comes back
Yeah.
because I really do miss him. Because those four people, they're really, they need to be together.
Yeah.
They just have to be. So anyway, next story. Oh yeah. Sometimes it's best that you keep your mouth shut and don't give your opinion on something. And I think this guy is shooting himself in the foot.
Uh-oh.
Kid Rock.
Oh, yes.
He shoots up cans of Bud Light reacting to transgender team up. So apparently, I don't know the whole story on this, but Kid Rock's all fired up about Bud Light's decision to partner up with transgender activists. And we mean that literally because he's firing bullets over the whole thing. So, I mean, okay, so Kid Rock, if you don't like transgender people, that's fine. They
each
probably
his
don't.
own.
They probably don't like you either. But who cares? I mean, if they're transgender, just let them live their life. Don't make a big. Who cares? He's making himself look bad. Now, him being a redneck, that could be why he's making himself look bad because all the rednecks will get behind him. But I just think it's foolish and I think it's stupid. And people that are ruining their career because of things that they want to speak out against. I don't think this is going to do him any good. He's going to lose ticket sales because there are a lot. He's going to gain ticket sales from the rednecks, but he's going to lose ticket sales from the casual people that you know. I just think that this is the wrong battle. If you're going to fight something,
Make it
something-
worth a worthy cause.
Yeah, because you know I don't really care because I don't really like his music anyway. But I just think it's really stupid to fight over something like that. His thing was, well, transgender should, you know, he's one of the people that actually has an opinion that it doesn't matter because the bottom line is that, well, there's
people
more than
are people.
well, there's a we'll throw this in there too because
I like that
where did I
shirt.
put it? There it
It
is.
says, don't piss off old people.
Yeah. The older we get, the
I've been
less
telling you about them shirts.
Uh-huh.
the less life in prison is a deterrent. Now, okay, so we have this guy, but we also have this here, which I found interesting. There's anti-drag laws. They're
Oh.
trying to ban drag race. So, like,
RuPaul will get upset.
he's in this. He's in this article. Or she's in. I don't know if he's a she or. she's a-
RuPaul is a he.
is he? Or what does he identify as?
A he.
Okay, then because that's a drag queen for the most part, yeah. So
He
basically,
is a drag queen.
Yeah, I know, but some drag queens still identify. There's some crossover between transgender and drag queens, and but a lot of transgender people don't want to be associated with them because
Right.
they're I
He
don't-
likes people playing with his lucky balls on lingo.
I don't know what that means, but
If you've watched
probably better.
the
I've
new,
never watched a RuPaul anything.
well, there's a new game show or a new revised game show of lingo, and RuPaul is hosting it. And he always says about like the one round is where they get to play with his lucky balls.
Okay. All right. Well, anyway, so we got Kid Rock who hates transgender. We've got this other. Now, here's the problem with this. There's a new musical parody out. Do you remember Footloose?
Yes.
They've got a musical parody called Wig Loose. It says the art of drag is banned by those in power in small country towns, leading drag queens to ban forces and fight back. While RuPaul's Drag Race, is that what you're talking about? Mm-hmm. Okay. Drag Race performance was satirical on Footloose. It drew the praises of Kevin Bacon, who said, hey, this is cool. The star of the original movie, who wrote on Instagram that it came at just the right time. Starring Lucy LaDuca, Wig Loose could also serve as an allegory of what is happening in, is that allegory? Is that allegory? Allegory?
It's
Of what
not
is
down enough here that I, because I
It's-
can't
it's
see. It's too far away there.
Allegory.
ALLEORY.
G-O-R-Y. Of what is happening now in America.
Allegory.
Allegory? Okay.
Yeah.
Countless bills are targeting drag performers in the transgender department. Yeah. I'm going to send you to the transgender department. No, transgender community.
Transfer me to the transgender department, please.
Have bubbled up in state legislatures. It's become a major talking points for Republican governors, including Ron DeSantis and Arkansas Sarah Huckabee Sanders. It says here some bills have even begun to pass, most notably in Tennessee, where on March 2nd, Republican Governor Bill Lee signed into law SB 003, criminalizing drag performances in public or in any location within 1,000 feet of a school, church, or park at any time of day that a minor may see, with the intention of protecting children from inappropriate entertainment. Now, see, there's two things here. You got the drag queens, which is a business, okay? And you have the transgender, which is not a business. So, they're trying to ban both of them. So the drag queens, okay, I can understand not wanting to have children see that. Maybe.
But
also, I don't think that it's that big of a deal. Because children are a lot more open-minded than adults.
okay, so let me ask you this: have you ever been to a drag show?
I don't think so.
And I'll say you have an opportunity if you want to go.
I don't really care about drag shows.
Well-
I don't have any. Okay, I gotta stop hitting my chest because I hit the microphone. I don't have any problems with drag shows. Okay,
Well, the reason I asked
I don't
is because
think I've ever been to one. I'm thinking,
he's taken me to a
yeah,
few,
I know.
and they do have young children there, and I think it could be a good learning opportunity to, not so much the whole thing behind the drag, but that they're just like anybody else.
Well, I mean, okay, I don't have anything against them, but if you remember correctly, my one friend from New York, Dave, was in a movie with Patrick Swayze
Right.
and what was the other guy? What's his name? The black guy, Wesley Snipes.
Okay.
It was Wesley Snipes, Patrick Swayze, and him, and their whole theme was they were drag queens. I saw the movie. That was funny. It was a great movie. However, again, I don't have a problem with drag queens, but you got to put them in a separate category from the transgenders. You shouldn't you don't lump them together. It's like, I just think it's not right to do. I think that that you have to keep them separate because one is a business and one
Right.
is a lifestyle. So the transgender, they're not trying to put most transgender people that I've met are not looking to, oh, look at me. They're more like just wanting to blend in with society. Drag queens are not because they're entertainment. They're trying to be in the forefront. And I can see possibly what the beef is. I don't say I agree with it. I'm just saying I
Right.
see where the grief is with the politicians trying to ban. I hate anything that's banned. And banned for the reason that they're saying. They're saying they don't want the minor to see it. Well, first off, I'm going to tell you right now, if you're transgender, chances are you're transgender from birth. You don't become transgender just because you saw somebody that dressed like that. You were transgender from birth. So I totally am against someone saying, you can't do this because I don't want my daughter seeing this. Most people that see a transgender, more than likely, if the transgender is doing the right thing,
May not even know.
wouldn't even know. Whereas with drag people, you're always going to know because their hair is accentuated, their makeup is overdone, because that's what they are.
Right.
They aren't trying to blend in. They're trying to stand out because that's the entertainment value. And actually, when I went to New York last April, there was a drag queen there, but that drag queen is also transgender. So there is some crossover there. Some are both. Some are transgender, but most of them, I would say the majority of them are probably gay.
Okay.
I don't know that to be the fact because I don't know any. I don't know any. Even the one I saw, I just met that person for a short period of time. And that person was actually funny. The show that she put on was so good. I forgot she was transgender, or I forgot that she was not a woman. And but anyway, so all I'm saying is, you can't put those two categories together. It's like putting cats and dogs together
Right.
and saying, oh, they're the same. They're not. They're both pets, but they're not the same. So that is my opinion of that. So as far as I'm concerned, I think you should treat them as two separate things. You should not just say that they are the same thing, because they aren't.
See, this is the Facebook
Well,
group for the one that
that doesn't-
I know.
I would show it on here if I had that. You're going to have to send it to me if you want me to display that. You're sending it to me?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So,
Because this is the show that we've been to.
ta-da, there I am.
Come on, why isn't it? Oh, it's going to be a pain in the butt.
Just send it to me today, or
I'm working on
am I
it.
just...
There it is.
I probably can't get in there if you're on a group. It may not... I could just look them up. I mean, but... Okay, so they're... Oh, yeah. Hollywood Cabaret Show.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what in the world is that?
It's one of the performers. I
No,
believe.
no, the double lung...
Transplant.
Oh, man. That's horrible. But anyway, so...
But if you
Can
scroll
I get
down.
in? Okay, I can. Oh, I
Yeah.
can get in there. Okay.
Uh-huh.
So that's what I'm saying. The hair is overdone. The
Right.
makeup's overdone because that's what they are. They're exaggerating a female, and so they aren't the same. A transgender is going to try to look
Blend in, like
blend
you were
in.
saying, yeah.
They're not. They don't have anything to prove to anyone except that they are have feelings that they are a female, and these people may be transgender, but it's not necessarily. I don't know how to explain it, but it's not the same. So what I'm trying to say is that these people here are putting on a show.
Right.
The transgender, they're not trying to put on a show. They're just trying to live their lives, trying to be, not seen. They want to be blending in with society. So, anyways, yes, Tu Wong Fu that's the one I was talking about that has my friend in it. David was one of the members of that cast, and that's where he made his mark in acting. He's still acting today, in fact. He's a good friend of mine. He actually is going to be part of the Hen House in Florida.
Oh, nice.
It's going to be him and I against Marcia and Tina, so
Oh, boy.
yeah, it'll be funny. Well, I mean, we're going to have 3
Yeah.
rooms. He's going to get one, I'm going to get one, and then those girls are going to share. Wow, I'm going to be the only straight guy in that place. That's not true. Marcia's a straight woman, and Tina's... Well, I don't know that.
You don't know a lot about your hens, do you?
I don't really pay any attention to what they do. I guess I'm going to get back on the show.
Okay.
Forget this. But anyway, you got the general idea that of what I was saying is that they are not the same. All right. Anyway, the drag bans are being advanced along with bills that address trans people explicitly, though trans and drag are not one and the same. For example, on the same day as the drag ban, Tennessee Governor Lee signed a SB 001 banning gender-affirming care for transgender people under 18, like puberty blockers and hormones and surgery. See, I don't know how I feel about that because that's really out of my department. That's not my lane. I try to stay in my lane because I don't really know about whether it's not my decision as to whether or not someone that's under 18 can have the surgery or hormones. So I stay out of that lane because I don't know enough information about that. While the Rusical parody may have seemed like a powerful enough statement to the MTV Emmy dominating reality show. Oh, okay, so Rusical is a show?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I didn't know that. Has moved the team behind Drag Race. Oh, okay, that was something that they did on Drag Race, I guess. Do you watch that, or do you?
Yeah.
Is Rusical that's not the show? That's just a.
No. I just lost my whole train of thought.
And by the way, Rue and Rusical is not the same.
My mind just went blank.
Okay. Oh, okay. Behind the team behind Drag Race. All right. I don't know. I just think that some people. Oh, here's a statement from
RuPaul.
I'm gonna listen. I didn't listen to that, so I don't know what it says. I'm probably gonna regret saying this. Well, maybe not. Maybe I'm not. Okay, I can't hear her. Why is it not? It doesn't play. Oh, I probably didn't turn the sound on. That's why.
Yep, that would help.
That
I
would
do that
do it.
all the time.
Yeah, why do they do that? Would they automatically turn the sound off? Okay, let's see what RuPaul has.
Jobs, healthcare, keeping our children safe from harm at their own school. But we know that bullies are incompetent at solving real issues. They look for easy targets so they can give the impression of being effective. They think our love, our light, our laughter, and our joy are signs of weakness. But they're wrong, because that is our strength. Drag queens are the Marines of the queer movement. Don't get it twisted and don't be distracted. Register to vote so we can get these stunt queens out of office and put some smart people with real solutions into government. And by the way, a social media post has never been as powerful as a registered vote.
Okay.
Hey, look over there. A classic distraction.
Anyway,
Where? Look, he said look over there. Where?
well, I just feel that it's time to stop telling people what to do for things like this. This shouldn't even be an issue to people.
RuPaul for president. That would be interesting.
Ooh. I don't have any.
I just cannot see him picture him without the big wig and makeup and all that stuff on him.
I don't even know what to think about that. I have respect for RuPaul because he's been doing this for a long time, and adversity has never been an issue. He's been able to stick with his principles. So, all right. This is a sad one. Kentucky U.S. Football player dies after suffering a brain injury. Now, we know a little bit about brain injuries because we've lost friends because of brain injuries.
Yep.
And that person changed his...
In my case, you have to have the brains to lose it.
Well,
That's
you never have to worry about losing it.
That's right, exactly. That's what I'm saying.
You've got it made. I mean,
That's what I said.
someone like me who has the brain the size of a planet, we got problems. We gotta look at that a little carefully.
No.
Of Uranus.
Of what?
Uranus.
I did before the show. What's Uranus?
A brain the size of a planet, and I just named
Oh,
a
okay,
planet.
got
Uranus.
it. Got it. Okay, you got a joke. Ha ha ha.
I try.
Try harder. Anyway, a high school football player in Kentucky has tragically died after he suffered a head injury. I sent this to my friend Tina because she does all of her speeches and stuff. She does public speaking about brain injury because she lost her husband. But he went wacko and was trying to kill her and stuff, and he ended up killing himself. So this is one of her big things that she's way behind.
If only
talking
she could
about.
talk to Steph.
Well, you know, we all know things are not always as they seem.
Yep.
Unfortunately, he died and took her
Yeah.
with him. You know, but a high school player in Kentucky has tragically died after he suffered a head injury during routine tackle in an intra-squad scrimmage last week. The boy's father, Alan Dodson, told the Herald that his son was running the ball in Pulaski County, I want to say variety, varsity football during spring maroon and white game on Friday when the teammate tackled him and he landed on his head.
Oh.
He said there was nothing illegal or violent about the hit because of the way he fell. And that's really scary, and those kind of things. Actually, Sunday or Saturday when Charlotte Flair was in that match, she did she got thrown on her head, and I thought she hurt. I thought,
Oh.
oof. And actually, I saw a clip of one of Brock Lesnar's early matches with Kurt Angle, and he did a flip off the top rope, and he landed on his head.
Oh.
He's lucky he didn't break his neck. If he hadn't developed his neck
Yeah.
muscles the way that he had, he would have been either dead or in a wheelchair for the rest of his life. So a lot of these people don't realize that, you know, a lot of my friends that were in wrestling that did that hardcore stuff, it'll show up later in life.
Mm-hmm.
And it scares me. When I see things like this, it scares me. Because this kid was so young. I mean, if he was doing a high school, right?
Yeah.
I mean, he was only probably
17,
16 or
18?
17 or 18, yeah.
Well, I know with my injury that I was lucky too because I ran flat on my face.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
And
it doesn't have
I
to be
ran
in
flat on
sports.
my face, and my glasses cut my face.
You're lucky that you landed on your face and not on your neck, not
Yeah.
with your head.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know.
his injuries were bad enough, but
Yeah.
You're,
it could have been worse.
but you know, one thing I'll tell you is that whenever you feel you're falling, tuck your chin and pray
Well, see,
that
that's
it.
what I did. I tried to put my hands
Well, when you're
out.
going forward, you got to be careful. You don't.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And I made a smack like I felt my head, and I heard a smack like that, and I knew something was bad.
I had a 110-pound dog pulling me, and I hit the macadam really hard, and I thought I was bad. You beat me by that. You made me feel good about my fall. So anyway, this guy died. He was so young.
I'm going to put you both in bubble wrap.
Well,
I mean,
if I just don't have a dog drag me down the hill. And lastly, in the entertainment, this is probably the most entertaining. You know who Joey Chestnut is, right?
No.
He's the world.
Oh!
He's the world hot dog eating champion.
Oh, my
He
God.
devoured 38 wings in 3 minutes and 13 seconds in front of the Pistons. So there you go. A guy that's really into sports. That's a sport that I could probably get behind. I remember.
They were probably plain or barbecue and not real hot.
Well, when I was a kid, many, many years ago, I was in a watermelon eating contest, and I won every round that I was in. They banned me from being in it because I won every round.
Well, I remember when I was growing up at Grange Fair, they would have pie eating contests. Now, they were only the little
Yeah.
The little
Yeah,
pies.
yeah. Every year at our family reunion, which is hopefully gonna go back with our cousins, they had a little, like I said, pie eating contest. They had a.
That's funny.
Well, there's a picture of my sister and I that ended up in the newspaper where my sister is crying because she didn't like it or she lost or something. And I was like, oh my goodness.
So Joey Chestnut gave the whole Detroit Pistons squad a front row seat to the grub guzzling extravaganza this week, downing 38 chicken wings in just over 3 minutes, and the players couldn't believe their eyes. The greatest eater of all time is slated to be halftime entertainment when the Pistons host the Miami Heat on Tuesday, where he'll down as many Coney dogs as he can raise money for Forgotten Harvest, an organization that helps feed the needy. Well, maybe he should stop eating the hot dogs and let the needy eat them.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jaws needed to warm up needed to warm up. Well, what? Jaws needed to warm up his jaws before the big moment, getting in some practice by showing the Pistons hoopers how many wings he could eat in 3 minutes and 13 seconds.
Why that amount of time?
Get it? 3:13. No, I don't. I don't
okay.
get it. What's 3:13?
Was that the day it happened? March 13th? I don't know.
I don't know. That was weird. But anyway, here's a video of him eating.
Been watching you forever, man. Hold on, let me get my phone real quick. You're not using no dipping with that?
Nah.
When we getting started? How much time?
Guys, thank you for guessing how much I could eat in 3 minutes, 13 seconds. Now it's time to find out.
3, 2, 1, go. Hey, we need some energy. Come on. Let's go, Joey. Come on. Let's go. Fourth quarter, Joey. Fourth quarter. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Crunch time. 2. Lock in there. We got 38 wins.
Oh, that's it?
So I don't know. If you got to
Like
be,
the one guy, is that it?
is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. All right. So now's the moment of truth. I'm going to play some videos for you. First one, I was okay. I did a training video. Here's the first
You
one.
were a train?
I was a trainer.
Oh, okay.
Hello, I'm Classy Mike Trash from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm playing the part of Sam. Over the next 2 minutes, I'll give you a brief overview of what to expect from our comprehensive sales training program. In the series of videos, you'll learn about the services we offer, how much money you can make, how to get leads, how to close sales, and we expect you to become a top-performing sales agent making between $3,000 and $4,000 weekly.
That's it.
Tell me where to sign up. I'll do it.
Yeah, really.
2,000 to 4,000 a week. That's
Yeah.
the heck.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
That's almost like your job that you had.
Yeah. Here is, this one is called Mind Dojo. This one is an audition for, it's kind of like if you gotta answer questions and then I say whether or not you're right. It's a short clip.
This is Classy Mike Trash from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm reading this for Mind Dojo. Suppose you discovered your grandmother left you a trust fund for the amount of $200,000. The only catch is it won't be available to you for exactly 20 years. A financial firm offers to purchase the rights to your trust fund so you can have the money today. Obviously, you would rather have the $200,000 today than the trust fund, which is unavailable for 20 years. What do you think this $200,000 trust fund is worth today?
Now we have to wait.
Absolutely, since you'd rather have the money today.
Absolutely.
It must be the case that the same amount in some future time is worth less to you today. The $200,000 balance in the future is what is called the future value. This is referred to as FV for short, and sometimes subscripts are used to denote specific time periods. In contrast, the value of some future values in the present is called the present value, or PV for short. In terms of years, the present value is the value in year zero. Year zero is today. Using this same notation, which of the following would indicate a value of $500 in 2 years? Incorrect. You would probably rather have $200,000 today. Think about what that means in the relative value of $200,000, which is trapped off in the future. And what would it be worth to you in comparison?
And that was that.
Okay.
Yeah, that was hard because I had to, like, there were 3 parts to that. They wanted me to do it. They preferred me doing it in one piece, but they would do it in 3 pieces. I did it in 2 pieces. But that was a little difficult because there's a lot of FVs and just,
Yeah.
I kept, like, I get it most of the way through and then I'd screw up the end and then I got to do it again. And then I finally said, okay, I'm not going to do it in one take. I'm going to do it in 2. Okay, so now the question is, do you guys want to see the other one? That
Yes.
is a violent one, and I'm not sure if I want to play it all the way through.
I think so.
You sure?
Uh-huh.
Is this the violent Mike Trash?
Well, this will tell
This-
me if I know the real Mike Trash or
in-
not.
Instead of the classy Mike Trash?
This is not the classy. This is the classy Mike Trash pretending not to be classy. And,
All right.
And I can tell you, it's you'll say that's not classy Mike Trash.
Okay.
All right. You sure you want to tap my leg if you don't want to see it all the way when it gets to that point?
I'm Classy Mike Trash from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania, and I'm reading for the part of Hunter.
Hunter, okay.
Well, shit! Looks like all the cards are on the table, except I got all the aces. Now, how about you get out of that fucking car? Slow! Don't even think about trying any funny shit, sir. Now start walking!
You don't have to do this. If you let me go, I promise I won't tell anyone. My name's Ryan, and my friends are going to worry if I don't show up, and they're already up at the cabin, and I'm supposed to...
I don't give a goddamn who you are or where the fuck you're going. Now shut the fuck up, or I'll have to shoot you right here like a fucking dog.
Our Father who art in heaven,
Shut your mouth!
hallowed be thy name.
Enough!
Thy kingdom come, thy will.
You think God's listening to you, sugar? He ain't. And ain't no God out there. At least not one that gives half a shit about us. You better learn to listen if you want to make it out of this in one piece, sugar. Now strip!
What?
Did I fucking stutter?
But I...
Take off your fucking clothes now. I ain't playing. 1, 2...
Wow.
Wow.
That is definitely not
a side
you.
view I thought.
That is not you.
Yeah, that is not you.
That
Wow.
was I can tell
That's
you.
what you call acting.
Yeah.
I was uncomfortable doing that.
Wow.
That was way out of my my comfort zone. Because even when I was saying that stuff, I was like, "Ooh."
Yeah, that's not you. I've seen you angry, but not to that extent. So that's how I knew you were acting.
Mm-hmm. That was the hardest one I've ever done
Wow.
because of the emotions that I had to show.
So what were you thinking that caused that to get behind that character?
Negan.
Okay. Okay.
Negan of Walking Dead, when he started, if you noticed, I started out funny, like nonchalantly, like I've got all the cards, you got none. But as the girl started like her religious stuff and stuff like that, I thought, what would Negan do? And that's how I figured it out.
Okay.
So,
Whew.
yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely acting there.
Yeah, it was, well, yeah, I have no interest in, shooting them like a dog, because I wouldn't shoot a dog.
No.
Anyway, all right, that's the entertainment.
No, because I've seen you angry.
You have seen me angry, yes.
And you don't like you when you're angry.
Nobody likes me when I'm angry, not even me. All right, now we get into, this one will scare you, I think. Speaking of scaring.
This is not Halloween.
Terror as couple finds a deadly 4-foot snake on their door lock.
Oh, no.
They were petrified.
Nope.
Wait till you see this snake. This snake is freaky. It's a. Oh, come on. Let's get it here.
Oh, now I'm already getting goosebumps. Stop it.
Well, I get goosebumps when I see Tampax commercials, like this one. Okay, so this they came home. Now they had this big fence, like my fence outside, and as you see, look right there. The snake is wrapped around. Well, actually, this is a close-up of this, but he's all around here.
Ugh.
And he was a poisonous snake.
Ugh.
Man, that would have freaked me out.
Yeah.
Because snakes don't really climb. Snakes don't usually climb up things like that.
I've seen him in a tree, though.
Yes, I've seen that too. But in general, snakes are ground animals.
Yeah.
Now, I've seen pictures of snakes, like constrictors and all that are in places you wouldn't expect them to be. But that would freak me out if I got to that. Let's see if this tells me a little bit more about the snake here. Now this snake, this is in Australia. There's a widely.
And it could stay in Australia.
Yeah, exactly. It's a poisonous snake. So, did this thing end yet? No, it did not. Come on, hurry up. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay, there are 3,000 different snakes. Here we go. 3,000 species of snakes around the world.
Yeah, no.
Most of them are harmless to humans. There are about 250 varieties considered dangerous. Venomous snakes in the U.S. include rattlesnakes, copperheads. By the way, there are copperheads in this area. I don't know if you know that or not. But
yes.
There are copperheads. In fact, I think there was a copperhead in my house, or out by my house.
When?
This was back when I first got the house,
okay.
before I even knew you.
Good.
But it was freaky because, I would not have guessed that there would be a snake. There we go. Okay. There are copperheads. Oh, I can't back it up just a little bit. Water moccasins, coral snakes. We don't have coral snakes up here, but we do have copperheads and cottonmouth. You will never see it unless, you run across it by accident. It's not like a bear.
Huh?
And the Cheyenne snake.
It's not like a bear. It doesn't come up to your house and start getting in your garbage. Around 8,000
The only
people,
bear I like is the one I have at home now.
Around 8,000 people are bitten by snakes in the U.S. annually. I don't want to be the one doing I don't want to be the one that actually has to count them.
Yeah.
Oh, you were bitten by a snake? How about you? Were you going? That's the survey person.
Well, they'll put an online poll up. If you've been bitten by a snake, click here, and then
that's it. Yeah.
they have the counter that automatically does it for them.
And around 5 people die from snake bites.
Giant.
Not very many, actually, when you consider it. Here's what you should do if you get bitten. Scream. Scream.
Go to the hospital.
Snake venom affects humans in 2 main ways. Do you know what they are? By affecting the nervous system or affecting blood cells.
Ugh. No. No, thank
Symptoms
you.
of a venomous snake include
No.
excessive bleeding, severe pain, shock, fever, and difficult breathing. If you're bitten, call emergency help immediately. Monitor breathing and apply a cool compress to ease swelling.
Ooh.
Memorize the details of the snake. Just take
What?
You taste it?
So it's easier for the emergency services to help. You know, I think about this because on Walking Dead, they are running out of food, so sometimes they eat snakes.
Oh.
So anyway, it says here, now, there you go. There's a picture of there's the
There
snake.
he is. Oh my God.
No,
Only
thank
4
you.
feet, though. It's not that big of one, but it's venomous.
4 feet? Hell, I'm 5.5.
Okay.
That's almost as tall as me. No, thank you.
I would, if I came home and saw that, I'd be running the other way.
Says here, photos of the incident show the 4-foot snake stretched along the top of the tall fence with its head wrapped around the latch. Castle said that he was unsure how the snake had made its way up there, but suspects it slithered over the neighbor's fence, which was shorter and easier to climb. Because you don't usually see snakes like in this type of position. And it's a red-bellied black snake found on the east coast of Australia.
No, thank you.
And can be recognized by their shiny bodies and distinctive red underbellies, which they derive from their name. They can grow to be 5 or 6.5 feet on average.
Ugh.
And they're found in moist habitats like swamps and streams. The snake has a potent venom which attacks the blood and muscles. Bites from this species are rarely fatal, but they can still inflict serious damage. So,
No, thank you.
it's just really strange and all that, but they were lucky enough that they didn't get bit by it. But it would be easy to run into that snake because you don't know. I mean,
Yeah, you just going in through the
especially
fence.
if it was night.
Yeah, no.
So, yeah, it's kind of weird to think about.
Well, if I have nightmares tonight, it's his fault.
Well, it's good.
No. I'm not able to use any time that I've earned for the first
Oh.
30 days.
Wah, wah, wah. So, all right, next one. Oh, this is interesting. First moon crew in 50 years. They're going to send a crew up to the moon. It includes a woman and a black astronaut.
Oh, wow.
Didn't
So,
he send a woman up?
not to the moon.
Oh, okay. It was to some, okay.
Yeah. Monday, NASA named the 4 astronauts who will fly around the moon next year, including the first woman and the first African-American assigned in a lunar. They should have had an African-American woman, then they could have done it with one person.
But they're trying to spread the generosity.
That's what it is. The Humanities crew is what they're called. Or this is Humanities crew. The 4 astronauts will be the first to fly NASA's Orion capsule, launching atop the Space Launch System rocket from Kennedy Space Center no earlier than late 2024.
And won the Canadian.
Well, that really threw it off. Where do you see that?
Second paragraph.
Oh, I missed that one. Where do you see Canadian? Doesn't say
First moon crew in
Oh, and
50
one
years.
Canadian, yeah.
3 Americans and 1 Canadian.
Okay, they got the whole gambit there.
Mm-hmm.
Got a woman, a black person, and a Canadian. See, if they had gotten a Canadian black woman, they could have made them all in one.
Again, they want to spread the love.
The mission's commander, Reed Wiseman, will be joined by Victor Glover, an African-American naval aviator, Christina Koch, who holds the world record for the longest space flight by a woman, and Canadians Jeremy Hansen, a former fighter pilot and the crew's lone space rookie. Wiseman, Glover, and Koch have all lived in the International Space Station. All 4 are in their 40s.
Wow.
So, there you go.
And then maybe they'll tell us if the moon's made of green cheese or not.
Well, they should know that by now. They've
You would think.
gone there a couple times. Okay, there we go. Come on. Slow. Ever since they put the dog on the Twitter, it's taken longer to process these things. So sooner or later, we're going to get something out of this. Let's try the Facebook, see if that's working. Well, this is the slowest website ever. Oh, come on. They're not wanting it to be reposted, apparently, because nothing's working. Okay. I'll post that on Facebook anyway. Oops, there's the girl.
Oh, Cheyenne.
Over where she's not supposed to be.
What, on the couch?
Yeah, on my chair.
She was keeping it warm waiting for you.
Yeah, when she tried to eat my meatballs the other day. Couldn't believe that.
Yeah, we found that we can't leave anything around either because Bear wants it.
That's weird. That's not what I put in here.
No.
That's really strange. That's really not what I put there. That's from last week's show.
Ugh.
Okay, let's try this again. Come on. Copy. Okay.
Oh, I'm definitely messing that up.
Paste.
Hopefully she'll know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Now I gotta take this out.
Patricia wanted to know what you got me for my birthday.
Who wanted?
Patricia.
You'll get it next week.
I told her that. I said on the 13th and the 14th, Jeff Dunham and Reba McIntyre, but I spelled McIntyre probably wrong. So,
All right. And then we got to put this in here. Oh, come on.
That
come
looks like
on.
a cat.
It's a dog.
Oh.
Oh, this is slowing me down here. I hate when the links don't work right. What was that?
Him, he's messing with his microphone.
okay.
I'm sorry. I should
right,
have told
anyway.
him I had to use the facility.
Can you turn his mic down? Thank you.
That's all. Okay. Next. Oh, this is a weird one. A really strange thing. Woman falls to her death on a cruise ship.
Oh.
Lands on another passenger.
Oh my goodness.
What a horrible way to die. And what a horrible way to be in
Do
the...
you think her family will ask for a refund?
I think if her family is a doctor, they're going to sue her for falling on her. Then they're going to argue over who fell on who and all this other stuff. But what a way to die, man. You think you're on a good ship and you're thinking, you know, you're supposed to have a good time, and
Yeah.
then you end up falling on somebody. And I would imagine the other person got injured because those decks are pretty far apart. I mean, you figure if this was, well, that is the depending on where it was, they probably fell quite a big distance, and the person that she landed on probably, I would imagine, got hurt at the very least. Says here, a nightmare on Virgin Voyages cruise, as a woman has fallen to her death on one of the ship decks while landing on another passenger. A rep for the cruise, which took off Sunday and was scheduled to travel from Miami to the Honduras, tells us yesterday evening, shortly after departure, there was a medical emergency involving one. How do you fall off of a deck? Unless
If
you're drunk.
if you're reaching over for something to look at something and then somebody comes and pushes you.
I'm wondering if this is what the view is of where they fell.
Oh, could be.
Because that looks like a possible person there.
Or maybe the railing broke.
Okay, so that's the emergency cart or whatever. They continue. The passenger went over the balcony and onto the lower deck, and despite receiving medical attention, has passed away. We're deeply saddened by the loss of life. To make things worse, the woman who fell landed on another passenger in the process. Luckily, we're told the other person's doing okay. We obtained photos from the ship showing medical equipment set up on the deck where the ship, where the woman landed. So it's such a shame. I mean, you really think you're just going to go and have a good time and all that, and oh, what a way to go.
I mean, you can understand if some accidents happen, but not like this.
Yeah, I mean, I can't imagine, unless I was drunk, why I would fall over the
The
deck.
railing broke.
Yeah, maybe. But doubtful, because they didn't say anything about that. Oh, this one here. This is a video. Kind of a weird video. This is a guy who is swinging over Cenote, but it doesn't go according to plan.
Is he not wearing any clothing?
He's got like a
Peach?
colored.
Okay.
Yeah. Watch this. I saw that first, and that's what I thought first when I saw it. But here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. We're going. Come on, let's go. Come on. Stupid.
He's chicken.
Yeah, he changed his mind. I've fallen a couple times. Don't want to fall again. Here we go. Here we go.
He's
There he
chicken.
goes. Ah, oops. Right between the legs. Ah.
Oh.
Oops. That was. I really shouldn't do that. I shouldn't be enjoying his pain.
Oh.
I enjoyed it.
Ouch.
Here we go again. Here we go. We're gonna.
He didn't learn the first time. He's
No.
dumb enough to do it again.
He said, "I can make it this time. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it." Well, maybe I'm not. Here we go. I wouldn't do it.
Nope.
Here he goes.
Oh. Ow.
So not only did he
Oh.
fail, he failed badly.
Twice.
Didn't quite get the hang of it. I thought that was an interesting clip.
Oh.
Okay, and then
Oh, look at the deer.
I got another one here. Let's see.
I like the picture
Oh,
of Cheyenne.
this one's an interesting article. Woman with conjoined twins. She tried to hide it for a long time, but now she embraces it. Oh, well, that doesn't look like her.
No.
And I guess we're not going to look at that. Well, that's kind of weird. What happened? Oh, well, it was part of this. It was the next article down, I think. No, it wasn't the next article. Okay, I guess we're not going to see that one. Well, it was an interesting article. It's a picture of a woman with conjoined twins. I don't know why I don't have it. I wonder if I can find it.
Whenever I hear of conjoined twins, I think of this one set that had a TV show and how they did everything. And
Here it is. This
hey,
is it.
Cheyenne.
She almost tried to get in there.
Hi, sweet
Here
girl.
it is. Here's the article.
Hi, sweet
She used to
girl.
hide the conjoined twins. Now she shares their joy with the world. And I don't even know. I couldn't even imagine, like, they're conjoined weirdly.
Yeah, like right at the chest.
Yeah.
Looks like.
How
Hi,
can they
sweet
ever
girl.
have a regular life? I mean, they can't.
They have to try to be as normal as possible.
Right.
But it would be hard to do because I know that the one show that I watched, that I forget what their names were. I think one was Abby, and they showed them getting their license and all the struggles that they
Wow.
had to. Yeah, let's see if I can find
That'd be
it.
rough. I would think you're stuck with that person for life.
Abby and Brittany. Yep.
Yeah, I saw that when I pulled up conjoined twins.
And
Someone wants a little treat.
you know, and it's like, you know, talk about having someone with you all the time.
Right.
But yeah, they learned to work together. They've overcome many things.
She's like, I don't want
You
that.
want that?
I don't want that.
I
don't
want
wanna
to
give-
get one of those big ones that he has, and he gave Cheyenne. for Bear, I want to see how long it takes. to
No,
eat.
that'll be too big for Bear.
Don't say that. He got a big mouth. They could eat it.
Anyway, so that's weird. I don't know if I want to know about that. All right, let's see here. So it says Chelsea Torres used to keep her conjoined twin daughters, Callie and Carter, concealed under a blanket in their stroller. When they were babies, it was hard for me. People would stare and take pictures. I actually ended up smashing someone's phone. It was easier to hide them, but a lot has changed since then. Callie and Carter are now 6 years old. 6 years old. And more visible than ever. To raise awareness about differences, Torres shares photos and videos on social media of the kindergartners as they navigate life with a shared body. You'll see Carter and Callie are connected at the sternum down. They have separate hearts and stomachs, but they share a liver. Intestinal. So they have separate hearts and stomachs. So they could actually unstick them together.
Yeah, but it's like, then if from the waist down, if they share that.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what I would do if they were my kids. I would be like, there you go. You got one set of legs. Oh, what a horrible way to live your life. They don't have any health issues. Adding that the 24-hour surgery is risky. Their age is also a factor. They turn 6 in January. Doctors recommend before doing that before the age of 4 because they won't remember the pain.
Right.
They don't know any other way of life. When people ask if they want to be separated, they're like, huh? Why? Yeah, well, once they hit 18, they're gonna like say, I want to have a boyfriend, and and that would be really difficult. I don't know. I just can't imagine. I can't imagine. That just is. I mean, like you can't. Like when it goes to the bathroom, like do they both know they got to go to the bathroom?
Probably. It depends on which side is the dominant side.
Yeah. I just can't imagine. Anyway, all right. So next, okay. This suicide. This little kid killed herself because she was tired of being bullied. New Jersey school suicide. Mom to view video after bullied daughter's death. I can't even. Like, I couldn't even imagine. Like, I was bullied pretty bad when I was a kid. But I never really thought of killing myself. I don't know. Never was even on the table, you know?
I don't think I've ever, for being bullied, because I was, called a lot of fat names and things like that when I was in high school. So I don't think I've ever wanted to kill myself.
Well, I think... Well, actually, maybe I did want to. Actually, I did want to kill myself at one point.
They always used to tease me and say, if you can't find them in class, go down to the.
Oh, hold on, I gotta.
Oh yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, now I'm. Hey, they used to say, if you can't find me in class, go down to the counselor's office, and he'd be there.
Well, all I can say is that it's sad because this kid was 11 years old. Prepped blanket statements about the girl's apparent suicide aren't enough for her mom, who's been fighting for weeks to see security footage of the day her daughter died. Felicia Lalbo Mendez, 11, was found unresponsive February 6th in a bathroom at the high school. Or I guess at the school, not high school.
Wow.
She was allegedly bullied and died in the hospital 2 days later. Her death was ruled a suicide by medical examiner's office, which was part of a lengthy statement issued by Burlington County's prosecutor's office. It was one of a couple statements by authorities, but it wasn't going to cut it for Felicia's mom, whose push to see surveillance video by the prosecutors gained over 5,500 signatures for an online petition. I just, to think that, I mean, I just can't imagine being a parent and you know, the prosecutor's office told the Fox News Digital on Tuesday that arrangements are being made to show Felicia's mom the footage. Our deepest sympathy remains with her and her family on this tragic incident. The investigation has concluded, and arrangements will be made in the near future for Mrs. Lobo.
Her mother.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to say her name. But it just sucks, and it just feels like there's got to be a way that a kid at 11 can be taken care of. I mean, I know what it's like to be bullied. It was.
Oh yeah.
It was horrible, and you know,
Well, it makes you wonder. You know, did the kid try to reach out to teachers or counselors, and they just ignored them? You know, or ignored
I don't
her?
know. It's just really weird to think about. Oh, this is a weird video. This is a skier was caught in a hole.
Ooh.
See, it says this says here this skier was upside down snowboarding and was
Ugh.
trapped and suffocating in a snowdrift. Now the skier survived. I don't know. He must be having issues.
He
with
must have ran into that what was that doctor? You know, the Gwyneth Paltrow doctor.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
I see. Now, if we can only see it. Okay, video was captured by skier Francis Zuber as he was zigzagging around the trees. Except that it's not going very well. It's not streaming very well. It's the second thing it didn't stream.
Well, this is the way my computer was at work too.
Well, I'm not showing any lags though here. Says he rushes over to the snowboard. And he sees a skier upside down in the snow.
Wow.
There he is. There's a snowboard. But he dug him out, so it was okay. Suddenly the buried person begins to show. I can't imagine what fear that person had when he was like in there.
Buried under the snow, not
Yeah.
being able to breathe. Yeah, no.
Yeah, that would be scary.
Freezing to death.
If I'm going to die, I don't want to die in the cold. That would be, I mean, there he is. I had to dig him out.
Wow.
That would tell me I am never snowboarding again. Oh, man. Well, if we just let this roll, we might be done with it by the time the show's over. It's taking its good old time.
Well, at least it wasn't like he wasn't sliding under a tanker.
Yeah. This is the next video.
Wow.
Next video.
You can cut me off.
Was that you quitting?
Better leave.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's up to me.
all right.
I'll see you hopefully next week.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, so then the next video shows a donkey.
See you home.
A jackass, you mean?
He's having a good time in the spring.
Hey, how'd you get a picture of my brother on there?
He's too cute to be your brother.
I wonder if that's because this. Oh, look at it. Look at it. He's having a good time. He's playing in the. Yeah, I don't know what he has, but he's playing.
Looks like an old ball.
But he's playing like Cheyenne plays.
Uh-huh.
There he goes.
Aww.
I think it's funny.
I remember my dad on a donkey playing in a donkey basketball game.
I think the donkey's awesome.
Hi, Cheyenne.
You don't get to see things like this.
Nope, not at all. Yeah, that looks like an old ball that was
I wonder if this is loop. Oh, it doesn't look like it's looping. I think it's funny to see a donkey doing that.
Have you ever seen a donkey basketball game?
No.
Oh, I can remember the one, and there was a video of it somewhere that my dad was in because he was wearing his motorcycle helmet, and you had to ride the donkey when you had the ball.
Okay.
You had to be on the donkey to try to shoot for a basket.
Okay.
But then it's like when you're trying to take the ball from somebody else, you know, it was really, I gotta see if there's anything on YouTube.
All right, well, this isn't going to play, so we'll go on to the next one. It's kind of cool, though. Then we got... Wait, let's see if it... Giving you one last chance to straighten out. I think it's a loop anyway. I think it's doing the same thing with this one. Yeah. This is definitely doing the same thing. All right, then we got... Gotta close some of these windows here. Makes it run better if there's less things to do here. All right, then we got Eola the dog. Rules the car. Now, if I saw a dog on the top of my car like that, I wouldn't be happy. But that looks like Cheyenne would want to go for you know what.
Uh-huh.
That's her.
Well, Bear knows whenever we go to leave. Because...
Oh, what's he doing? Is he eating the antenna?
Because if I put my sneakers on, or I have my keys, or I grab my backpack, he's like, what? And I can even try to do it so quietly,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't work.
Yep. I know what that's like.
Like, I've had to start, when I feed him in the mornings now, I make sure that's the last thing I do before I walk out of the bedroom. Because as soon as he's eaten, I grab my backpack and leave.
Look, he's eating the antenna.
Wow.
I would be furious if my dog ate my
Yeah.
antenna. And I'd be furious if the dog was on top of my car. That's funny. I know she likes to go for... Oh, where'd she go? She's running away.
I don't even think she's down here.
I don't know.
I don't see her.
Fast forward this and see if it... Well, let's see. Why are all these MSN ones, like, not working? Okay, so it just is looping. All right. This next story is freaky. So when you were a little girl, did you play with Barbies?
Yes.
And you liked your Barbies, right?
Mm-hmm.
How would you like to look like your Barbie?
No.
This is weird. This is absolutely the weirdest...
That's a sickness.
Yes. This is the weirdest article. Why am I not seeing it? There you go. This is the weirdest article I've seen in a long time. She had 41 cosmetic surgeries to look like Barbie.
41 or 43?
Now it says 40. Oh, 43. Sorry. She had 43 surgeries to look like Barbie.
No, thank you.
How sick are you that you got to be? I mean, when you see this woman, you're going to say, why did she do that to herself? Because Barbie is proportionate, very skinny proportionate.
Right.
But for a person to look like that, the amount of surgeries you'd have to do, there's what she looks like.
Oh.
This is what she looks like.
No, thank you.
She looks like a cartoon character.
Yeah. I mean, it's one thing if naturally you look like a Barbie, but not to do the surgery from it, no.
It's horrible. She looks, I mean, I can't even imagine what she was thinking. She was a pretty woman, though.
Somebody took her for her money.
But she was actually very pretty at one time. Now she looks stupid.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. She, it says Baghdad-born Dahlia Naeem, 29, has reportedly spent thousands on her shocking transformation to look like an iconic character.
Yep.
She apparently has been dubbed the Iraqi Barbie by some.
That's just, no.
The presenter and actress revealed her latest look in a video, and one critic commenting zombie white, a zombie, while another said devil Barbie. Because I don't think it looks good at all.
No,
Okay,
I don't
why are you not
either.
looking?
That's disgusting.
I think my computer may be, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. Now we got the computer back. But that looks, I mean,
That is disgusting.
That looks very disturbing to me. It says in the video, she could be seen posing next to her makeup artist, who tells her, "You look so beautiful, my dear, like Barbie." I don't think she looks beautiful at all. That's
How
what she
much
looked
was
like.
she being paid to say that?
See, that's what she looked like before. Now, I think she's pretty there.
Yeah.
But once she started,
Oh.
I mean, if that's what she looks like, that's horrible.
Yeah. That looks so fake.
Yeah. There she is again. Why?
What Barbie was she looking at?
I guess maybe the Iraqi ones are different. It's just,
Yeah.
I just
No.
don't understand. Why would anyone want to look like that? Jeez.
Yep, nope.
I don't get it. All right, let's see here. All right. Then we go to, this here is interesting. The Powerball winner that won the big multi-million-dollar, or what it,
The billion-dollar one?
$1 billion, I think it is, yeah. The $2 billion one. All right. They bought a second home. Now, some of these people, whenever they get the money, they don't know how to spend it, and they end up losing everything. I think if you buy real estate, you're going to be okay, I think, for the most part, because real estate usually goes up in value. But the amount of money that they spent.
If they needed a
This
tax
is really going
write-off.
slow. This is driving me crazy how slow it's going. Well, I mean, you're already, if you got $2 billion, you're going to end up, you'll have over $1 billion after taxes. Not a lot over $1 billion, but you'd have to really do some major bad moves to be, but yet a lot of these people go bankrupt because they spend badly. Anyway, they bought a second home, and it says here, the winner of the $2 billion California Powerball has purchased a $4 million mansion. See, $4 million, okay, you're not going to be bankrupt. After dropping $25.5 million on a lavish Hollywood estate earlier this month. If you, like I said, if you buy real estate, you're probably going to be okay as long as you can sell it.
Right.
But if you're like Elon Musk, he bought Twitter for $44 billion. It's worth less than half that now. Well, I mean, he definitely overspent on that. The 30-year-old claimed the winning ticket last month and received a one-time lump sum payment of almost $1 billion.
Wow.
997.6 million. But still, you'd really have to mess up big time to be broke. Castro quickly purchased the sprawling bachelor pad and coined it as the entertainer's dream, as it included a game room, wine cellar, movie theater, bar, and luxury fitness. If I had $1 billion, okay, so what would be the first thing you would buy if you won almost $1 billion?
I know the first thing I would do, but not
Okay,
buy.
what's the first thing you would do?
Put money back for my grandkids' education.
You could take, how many grandkids you got?
3.
So you take $300,000. That would pay for their
Yep.
education.
And then pay off my bills.
What,
Get-
another $5 million? That's chump change. Let's talk about things you would buy that's fun.
Then I would probably get a
if you
new
think
car.
Think about this for a second. for $1 million, you would pay off everything that you had,
Yeah.
and including your kids,
Yep.
your grandkids. So now you have $999 million to go.
Then I would probably get a new car.
What kind of car would you buy?
Tesla, of course.
Which one?
Not one as fancy as yours.
Why not? You got the money.
You know, I know that, but I don't need all that power.
They all have power. They're just looking nicer.
And I'd have to find a nice home that I could put my own charging station in.
Well, you can put it anywhere because you got $1 billion. What would you spend it on?
Probably a new home and a new car. What?
You're going to be rich for the rest of your life then.
Yeah, I
See,
plan
would-
on it.
I would take this house. I'd have a hard time selling this house because I love this house. But I would fix this house up, sell it, and build something custom. Something that I could have that's mine. And I would have a place in California because chances are I'm an actor and have a lot of money.
Yeah, when
and
you go
I
out
would-
there, you don't have to stay at a hotel.
And I would probably want, I would probably buy, well, I wouldn't have to go to California, or wouldn't have to go to Florida, because I would have a place out in the beach. I would buy a place in the beach. But, of course, in California, with the earthquakes, you would lose your house eventually, because it would just fall into the ocean.
If I were going to build, I'd have to have it all one level.
I'd have to think. I'd have to think about it. I already have my Tesla, so I wouldn't have to buy it. Probably buy another Tesla.
To keep out there.
Well, I'd have to keep up with the technology because you're just buying technology. I'd probably keep leasing because, why buy it when you can, why buy the cow? You can have the milk for free.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, see, if I would get another house, like if I were to do let's say do a house in Florida, then I'd have to have a car to go with it.
Well, yeah.
So.
I don't know what I would do, because that kind of money is just obscene.
Mm-hmm. But it's fun to dream.
I would probably hire my sister to do everything, so I don't have to do anything. And I'd have dogs. I'd have a lot of dogs.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mary can help you on that one.
Well, bigger dogs than that. I don't want the mouse-sized dogs. Oh, by the way, you knew about Gerald, right?
Yeah.
I just remembered that I had Gerald. Now, for those of you that don't know about Gerald, when I got married the first time, there was a mouse that was given to us by my wife's mother. It was a little mouse about that big, and we were attached to this mouse. I mean, every time we get pictures taken, we'd have the pictures of the mouse, and we'd go to dinner with the mouse. Everywhere we go, this mouse went everywhere with us. Well, when I split with her, I got Gerald, and I actually didn't remember where Gerald was. Do you know where Gerald was?
No.
Okay.
You told me about him, but I never knew where he was.
Did you ever see him?
Uh-uh.
Oh, I'll have to show you. So one day I was thinking, I was down here to reboot the system, and I looked up, and there he was. He was on his Corvette. And I totally said, wow, there he is. I was trying to remember where I put him because it'd been a long time since I'd seen him. And I introduced Gerald to Christine. Well, guess where he is?
Up there.
In her room.
Oh.
So, but anyway, I explained to her about Gerald, and it was just kind of funny because I had forgotten all about him, and maybe I'll have him here on the show next week. But it was just funny because it's just so silly that I was so attached to this little.
Well, that's why
animal.
Roadkill's still here.
It's not. No, it's not the same. It's really not the same. Gerald was, well, okay, so the idea was we got this mouse, and there was a song by Pink Floyd that goes, I got a mouse, and he hasn't got a house. I don't know why I call him Gerald. That's why he was named Gerald. So that's where he came from, and that's where the name came from. So I had this mouse named Gerald, and it was just funny because I had forgotten about him for all these years, and I probably have not seen him in 20 years. And so Gerald's like at least 30 years old. And he actually Ken met Gerald too.
Yeah, because I know you've told me about him, but I never saw him.
Well, he's the real thing, and yes, he is still around, and he's worse for wear. He's definitely been around.
Aged a bit.
Yeah, he's definitely been around the block a couple times, but yeah, it just funny that I had seen him, and he actually had his Rambo headgear on. When Rambo came out, he got into Rambo, and he had a headband just like Rambo's, and he's still wearing it to this day. So it's just funny that maybe he'll become a new co-host.
Oh, there we go.
And he should be. He should have been further than this, but he was exploring, I guess. And so, and actually, it's funny because, I mean, I had that. Do you remember the spider and all the real spider?
Yeah.
Well, this real big spider and all that stuff was over in that corner from time to time, and Gerald must have fended him off like Rambo because I don't know whatever happened to the spider. So the spider did not live longer than Gerald. So anyway, well, I guess it's time to go.
Wow, that went fast.
Yeah. So rather than break out another article, I just think that it would be good.
Well, I think Gerald was a good note to end on.
Yeah. All right. Well, I'm going to let you guys go. I thank you for listening to the show, and hope you enjoyed it.
Have a nice Easter weekend.
Oh, yeah, this is Easter weekend. Wait a minute, was there something else I want to play? Oh, no, those songs are in my archive, so one of these days we'll play the so you never heard, you have your headphones on.
Yeah.
You want to hear the song about the dogs? Okay.
Because I don't remember
So
that.
I wrote, back in the old days when we were Trash Talking Radio, the wrestling show, towards the end, I started getting into more than just that. And one of the songs that I wrote or rewrote was about pit bulls. And I just can't believe you never heard that, because here it's called Pitbull Down the Road. Now, I'm not going to... Oh, no.
Oops.
Well, there is no video. It's not a video. Well, it played... Huh.
It won't play.
Well, okay, hold on. I can get it.
I was going to say maybe just...
I got to download it, and then I can play it. Is that the right button? Nope, that's not it. That's how we do this. And then this. It's the wrong one. That's not the one. I want the one above it. There we go. Here we go. So I wrote this song when there was a pit bull attack. So that's where the idea for the song came from. And it's not downloading. Why is it not downloading?
We'll play it next week.
We're just having all kinds of technical issues. Okay, well, I guess we'll do it next week. I wanted to do it, but it's not working. Wonder if the video's going to play. Next.
We've been together since way back when.
And we're having...
This year's gonna be a winner again. We are still the one with something new. Still the one that's gonna see you through. You're still having fun, and we're still the one.
See you guys next week.